What's the point?
For the swelling to go down.
Damn, I spoiled it.
Girl, I've known you very well. I've seen it growing every day. I never really looked before, but now you take my breath away. Suddenly you're in my life, part of everything I know. You got me waking day and night, just trying to keep my hold on you. Here in your arms I found my paradise.
I meant the real
My
song.
only chance for happiness. Guess who's back? Jim. It's been... How many weeks has it been? Has it been 11?
It's been 11 weeks.
It's been 11 weeks.
It has not been 11
Also
weeks.
known as Joshua Knight to the people listening that don't know who the fuck Jim Linus is.
Who's Jim
Who's
Linus?
Josh Knight?
I don't know.
I
We'll
would
find
posit
out.
you're not marketing your music properly if people don't know who Jim
No,
Linus is.
that wasn't marketing my music. It was for people that may or may not listen to this podcast
Like your
based
Facebook
on what I'm
friends?
promoting it.
I
as.
see.
So do people search you on Facebook as Josh Knight or Jim Linus?
They don't search for me on Facebook, Bill.
Why not?
Because I don't.
God, that was such a macabre thought. It just felt very, very solemn.
because I don't push myself on the internet
Oh, okay.
like I
Good
should
job.
be.
Yeah.
Oh, shouldn't at all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So Jim's back.
That could
Big
Hi,
Al is
Jim.
also here.
Hi, I'm Big Al. You might know me as Big Al.
Remember when he used the regular sized?
I was regular size Al.
Yeah.
I do remember when he was regular sized Al, yeah.
Oh, it's almost like a fortnight now.
And then we built the Green Goblin chamber from the first Spider-Man, thinking that it would work. And then we didn't know how to make the green smoke.
And
then
instead, I just turned into James
So-
Franco lookalike instead of turning
so
into
we
the Green
just
Goblin.
we got
Thanks
like
for
those
that.
green smoke fireworks and just filled it in there. Then he coughed so much he
I
passed
don't
out.
remember any of that.
He
Am I
passed out and he woke up and he was like, "Oh, Big Al." So-
2009 was a hell of a year, man.
Yeah, it was. That's when I worked at Applebee's with you.
Oh my God, was it really?
Okay,
Oh.
thanks for listening. And we're
But we were out of time.
out of time. Also with me,
Do you remember Crystal?
the
Sorry,
one
that
of the
bitch.
biggest douches I know, Tony Van Doring,
Sweet.
over here to my left. You'll fill the void of
You
douche.
should get claps too, man. I mean,
Yeah,
everybody should get
Nobody
claps.
gets claps.
I think it claps.
I clap for you.
Thanks.
Check the tape, man.
Yeah, I don't
did
need a
it.
clap.
No.
It's a hard drive.
He
It's
just
not-
has the clap.
It's all digital, Big Al.
So tell us
What's
why
that?
you're here today.
It
Jim.
is.
Yeah, Jim, I would like you to lay some home truths on us and
Okay.
give us the wrap on why you're here. So
I
that
am
did-
here. I'm here today because I got fired from my job yesterday.
What?
Yes.
You got fired?
That's
Yes, I
what it
did.
takes
How
for you
long
to
you
hang
been
out with
there?
us?
I've been there 13 months. What'd
Makes
you say,
sense,
Tony?
so man, you gotta get fired. To
That's what it takes for you to hang out with us?
I guess.
Man.
Wow. 13
I
months,
haven't been
you
here in
said,
11
huh?
weeks.
11.
Yeah, shut up. I got fired yesterday without warning, which pretty much sucks. For being accused of something that I didn't do, but that other staff have actually done.
Uh-oh. Wait,
and
don't you
still
work
have their
with
job.
kids?
I do work with kids.
Oh, pray tell.
Mental. Some have mental.
Why did your face light up like it was Christmas? I mean, that was the weirdest part about it.
It was like a kid on
Yeah,
Christmas.
it's like-
he didn't
yeah.
have Christmas as a kid,
Oh,
so
that's
this
right.
is
Oh,
like
here we
his
go,
Christmas.
man.
If you heard
That's
his
it.
wording, then
Hearing
you would
about
have seen.
this is the best. Hearing about children that are more privileged than he was
Oh,
really
it
makes him feel
brightens- it
nostalgic.
brightens
Is that
me
why
up.
he kicked him out before this started?
Yeah, it brightens me up.
That's why he kicked him out, because they were having fun.
Yes.
Yeah, you're like
He
Mark
did- yeah,
Wahlberg
okay.
on Pain and Gain. Like you didn't just want to take everybody's stuff; you wanted them not to have it.
That's right.
Holy
That's awesome,
shit.
though.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Deep. I just watched it last night, and The Rock sucked in it. By the way, I thought it was going to be awesome because he
Really?
was like, yeah,
I like
he
that
was
movie.
so huge in this movie. He looked like a walking, throbbing penis. That's how huge he was. I'm going to keep talking.
Mark
like I didn't
Wahlberg or
just
The
say that.
Rock?
I
The
wouldn't-
Rock.
I wouldn't leave any
Okay,
dead space.
That makes a little more
let
sense.
me put it this way: The Rock looked like a steroid user's flexible thumb throughout the whole movie. That's how huge he was. He just looks like a fucking human-sized thumb.
I'm confused about the flexible part. What do you mean?
Okay, opposable. Like it was a fucking thumb walking around.
He was a thumb?
He was a thumb.
Why was he a thumb?
Dude, he was like
Did he
one
really
fucking
hop
shape
like that?
with
Like-
cracks and slots in it for legs and arms. Like that's all. His neck, his shoulders
so your-
connected to his fucking head. He
Your
had so many
issue is that
muscles.
he was too muscular in the movie.
He wasn't too muscular. He was too muscular. Not too muscular. He was a lot. I've never seen him that big, even in WWE, even in any other movies.
Well, when he's come back recently, is the biggest he's ever been in WWE.
Well, I want you to watch Pain and Gain and tell me if you still
I've
think
seen
that.
And
it.
isn't
Again,
he
I
a
like that
workout
movie.
guy
Yeah.
in the movie? Like he.
Then,
he's,
I understand the character was supposed
I don't
to
know.
be.
I've never seen it, so I mean,
He was the Rock's character was supposed to be very oblivious and what's the word?
aloof.
Not
Dumb.
aloof, just very
Simple?
very
Oh.
gullible, yeah, and simple.
Just
Common man type
Oh,
thing.
shucks, guy.
He
like a
believed-
man's man, like William Regal.
kind of.
Okay, just checking.
oh, like a That's ironic
anyway,
that the
yeah.
Rock would be William Regal.
What's going on over there, Big L? Why you?
What do you mean? I got a pillow today, so
Oh, okay.
that's it.
That works.
I'm just trying. I'm trying
Hiding your
not
boner,
to tap.
huh?
Yeah, I am hiding my boner. Well, you're here. I mean, I got a big
All right.
boner.
From Regal Rock
Okay.
back to Jim's here.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Continue.
So you got
the-
fired. 13 months you've been there. They fired you without
Continue.
warning,
Yes.
huh?
Continue.
I will. Oh my God. I will continue. Basically, I had to take some toys from a kid because it was time for bed, and he was like, "No, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna take all the toys. I'm gonna put them in the office."
You can't get the Skylanders away from Sawyer. It's not gonna.
Okay, I don't.
How old
I
was
said-
this kid you're taking toys
I
from?
think
guy?
13 or 14.
What do you mean by toys?
He had a Bop It game that was like
I know what
battery
Bop It
powered.
is, yeah.
He had taken
I
it.
bopped it. Yeah,
he
I
had-
bopped.
He had taken it apart because another staff let him use screwdrivers and take it apart and stuff, which is
Was he-
which is
okay.
dangerous because the kid's unsafe as it is.
Yeah,
which
he's-
I didn't allow, but I let him do it to prevent him from getting upset.
Okay,
so
so
that
you-
should be key number one. I didn't want the
Okay.
kid to be upset, so why the fuck would I hit him? Okay. Second of all, I was like, dude, it's like 9:30. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna put them all in the office for safekeeping. You can finish working on it tomorrow, and I need you to get in bed. And I talked to him a few times, and he finally agreed to it. I gave him more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, man, it's time to go to bed. And he was like, his meds were already kicking in, so he was like, no, I just need to work on this thing. And I took it from him, and everybody else was asleep, and I started turning around, and everybody started, then he started screaming at the top of his lungs and cussing at me, so I just fucking, like, dropped all my shit and just, like, tackled him in his room.
Really?
Yeah, and then, like,
Whoa.
he was like, he went to, like, swing at me or something. I just held his arms down. I was like, dude, who are you screaming at?
Yeah.
And then,
Oh.
my coworker Milo came in,
Sorry, you were.
Okay.
and I'm using names, and he walked in.
That's fine. Yeah,
He
Milo.
walked in, patted me on,
Oh, I'm using
he
names.
walked,
Wow,
he
man.
walked in and patted me on the back. I was like, all right, dude, that's enough. I'll talk to him. And then as I was walking out, he was like, he fucking punched me. I was like, I didn't fucking punch you, dude. And walked out. And then Milo went in there by himself with the door like pretty much closed.
Yeah.
Okay. And all the camera saw was me tackle him in his room with the lights off.
Okay. So where's he saying you punched him at?
Apparently his eye, they said there was like a mark on his eye. I don't know how that got there because it didn't hit the kid.
And there's
Yeah.
no camera in his room.
No, there's a camera in the hallway. There's like 3 or 4 cameras in the hallway. So they just pretty much fired me because
Based on
there was
what
no
he
proof
said.
there was no proof that I didn't. There was no foot, and it's fucking shitty, but there was no footage
So
of what happened, so they can't believe my story.
They don't go off a track record, or
Apparently not, even though the kid's a pathological liar and is in there for reasons.
Well, I mean, what
absolutely,
reasons
that's
are?
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why?
You
what
would
are
think
the reasons
you would think
he's in
I would
there
at least
for?
be put on probation or whatever. No, I got told this all happened on Friday, and then Saturday my supervisor let me know. He's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna have to suspend you, and DCS is gonna have to get involved, which is the Department of Child Services."
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
And then
well,
Sure.
that's good. Don't they investigate? I mean, could
Yeah.
this not come out in your favor?
And I was supposed to go there and talk to him Wednesday morning, and then Monday night. I had plans to stay up late, whatever, because I didn't have to go to work Tuesday or go in Tuesday, and then Wednesday I was supposed to go in. Well, Monday night, he's like, okay, it's changed. You're required to be on campus at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And I was like, okay, maybe it's because they want to get this out of the way so I can work my shift Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
makes
showed up.
sense.
DCS is not there.
Okay.
It's the fucking HR lady and the supervisor that's on duty, and they pretty much had their minds made up. They had their minds made up before I even, because I typed out a statement,
Okay.
and I gave it to them. They already had the pink, yellow, and white copied.
Oh, they already
They
knew
already
what they
had
were
it.
doing.
Yeah.
Do you by
they're-
chance have a copy of your statement?
Yes, I do. That's at my house, not here.
Oh, okay. I was just
I should've
wondering
brought
if you
it. I
had.
should've
I was
brought
just
it.
wondering if you had it on you. Yeah, no big deal.
And the reason that makes me mad is because,
You lost your job?
well, yeah, I lost my job, but I didn't deserve to lose my job
Okay.
because the supervisor horse plays with the kids all the time. Because when I told her that, I was like, well, most of the time, horse playing makes this kid cheer up and start laughing and
Okay.
stuff. And then
As
She
in
was-
you,
she was
you
like-
know and care about this human being, and
Yeah.
you're trying to treat him individually
Right.
in the way he would need to be.
And then
Okay.
she basically was like, well, even horseplay is intolerable, and as grounds for a discharge and all this stuff, which is ridiculous because the supervisor does it. Other staff have actually punched kids out of anger. I didn't do that.
You've never filmed anybody doing any of those things?
No.
I mean, that's messed up to begin with.
And I didn't say anything,
Yeah.
okay? And then I have a coworker who just fucking lies and tells them that, and then tells me, "Oh, I had to write an incident report, and I didn't see you hit him." I'm like, dude, stop talking to me like you're trying to protect me.
Well, what's his
because
name?
I didn't
If we're gonna
fucking
use
hit
everybody's
him.
name, let's
you know what I
use
mean?
everybody's
He's like, "No,
name.
don't worry, dude. I didn't see you hit him." I'm like, "I didn't."
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
it's ridiculous.
video call ended because of a server error. That's spectacular.
Well, whatever.
Oh well. Well, wait a
oh,
second.
we're
What's
back.
the due process when this happens? I mean, did they follow due process in firing you? Like, what's your company's like? I'm sure it's not the first time a kid has ever said that somebody.
Right. This is the same kid that yells rape when he gets put in a hold.
Now, is that stuff written down? Is that stuff in the incident report? And like, what's happened before and past in the same situations? Like, is this the first
They would write
time
an
ever-
incident report, and they would the DCS, I'm assuming, would interview them, and then they would move on.
And they just told you that when you showed up Monday morning that they were letting you go.
No, I was supposed to work Saturday night, then I was supposed to be off Sunday, Monday, then I was supposed to work Tuesday night. But Friday after my Saturday morning, I was told that I had to be suspended because of this investigation. So I was off my 2 regular days, Sunday and Monday.
And then
Yeah.
Tuesday went in.
And then Tuesday, he told me I had to go in to talk to them in the morning. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll get this out of the way. And then I'm going to work Tuesday night. That wasn't the case. They just called me in to fire me, even after reading my statement.
Oh, that sucks.
And this is
it's gay when they do that. Like,
the
just let
lady-
me stay home.
The lady, yeah, the lady that fired me is the same one that pretty much hates my mom, and has been
Your
shitty.
mom works at the
my
same
mom
place.
works, yeah, and she has just been super shitty to everybody, especially my mom since my mom started. I remember when my mom started, and she was like, "Man, this girl's giving me a hard time. She just doesn't like me whatsoever."
All right.
And then when I got hired there, she always treated me kind of unfairly. So
Well, I have a question.
Go ahead.
I mean, I understand, and not to get sidetracked, but what do you want out of the whole situation? I guess would be the first
want the
place to
pe-
start.
the other
Like, do you
peop-
want your job back?
no,
Do you want?
I don't think I
mean,
want. No, because it would be
so
worse
then-
if I got my job back.
So you just want to do like an expose? Like we could go do some.
No, I want the
old school
people.
Geraldo shit.
I want the people that do what I was accused of. Like, not to get what's coming to them, but to get what they deserve. Like, they should not be working there. The
Oh,
people that
the
actually
people
punch
that are
kids.
doing it work-
The people
that-
that, yeah. And there was instances where one of my coworkers was like, close the door. And we went into a kid's room, and I was like, what are you doing? And he just starts beating the shit out of this one kid because he kicked a pregnant staff in the stomach, a girl.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah,
whoa.
obviously it's a girl. And then after he was done like wailing on this kid, he was like, "Sam accepts your apology," and I was the fucking witness, and I didn't say shit. I
Well,
probably
see,
should
What
have.
do you mean,
Yeah.
probably?
Obviously, I should
Definitely
have,
should
but I
have,
didn't.
Well, and another thing
And
you
then-
should have, but you didn't, was be filming this stuff on the sly.
We
You've
can't film this
associated
stuff.
yourself.
Well, what do you? I said on the sly. You don't. Of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
they don't want you to film that. But if you could in any way,
Yeah.
then you'd have some evidence for what you're talking about now. You
By
know.
not saying anything, you've associated yourself with that person and what they're doing.
What do you mean by the guilty party?
Yeah, you were with him in the room while it happened.
Right.
So they're, as the supervisor, looking at you as one who does it. So this probably happened.
And the guilty party is like best friends with the supervisor. So, and then he's trying to get the team leader position, which is what I was trying to get. And I made it known that I wanted the team leader position. I was there longer, so it would go to me first before
Okay.
going to him.
Not
And-
now.
Exactly. And now it's not going to be an obstacle for him.
Well-
I'm not saying that's the reason.
Oh,
but
so
now
you
he's-
got taken out? You think for political reasons?
There's so many things. I've
However,
tried to
if you
think
didn't
of-
go towards the kid, they couldn't get you on anything. So I mean, in that way, he just saw
Well,
the
I'm thinking
opportunity.
like
He
maybe,
seized.
and I have no proof of this whatsoever, but maybe the accusation happened, and he was like, "This is fucking perfect."
Are
You know what I
any
mean?
charges
And then he
being
has the
filed
balls to
against
say, and then
you?
he has the balls to say he wants to remain friends, and hasn't fucking messaged me to ask me how I was doing since it happened.
Have
and the
any
only reason he-
charges been filed, bro?
No.
Like, I mean, no, nothing like that. Huh?
Not as of yet. Who knows how that's going to be?
They can't file charges on you now.
Well, I mean,
if
just-
they've already fired
yeah.
you,
Yeah, and when I was leaving, she was like, "If they choose to do an investigation, you're required to meet with them."
what
And,
do you mean?
and
If
she's just
I
trying to
would've
make
demanded
she's
a
trying to like
meeting.
twist the knife as I'm already fucking fired.
I would have fucking demanded that they do an investigation.
Yeah.
You should have said to her, "Good." And then when they find out that I didn't do anything, do I get my job back?
Yeah.
You know, are you guys going to be prepared to apologize for this?
Oh, you don't want your job back. Just sue.
Well,
No,
I
but that's
filed
what I
for
mean.
Yeah,
unemployment.
just
But to make them feel like shit.
Yeah.
That's garbage. That's a shitty reason to get rid of you.
You should call a lawyer.
Well,
man.
in my unemployment application, I did put in I felt I was being discriminated against.
Because you're white.
No,
Oh.
Not everything's racial, Big L.
Yeah,
Oh, my bad.
because other people
Sexually.
have done what I'm being falsely accused of and still
'cause
kept
you're
their
a
job.
man.
And can you?
Sorry.
Other people have actually done what I'm being falsely accused of and kept their job. And then it happens one time to me and I didn't do it, and all of a sudden they're just like, well,
Those people seem to
we didn't
have-
see you not hit him on camera.
They
so
know what they're
That's
doing.
so
You're fired right away.
Yeah.
No warning.
Those people have figured out how to work the system.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seems like
Yeah.
they just
If they've done it
looking
before and gotten
for-
away with it, yeah, they're trying to get away with it. That sucks.
Whatever, man. Nothing I can do.
Nah, that sucks. You got fired, man. So what are you gonna do?
Hang
look
out
for
with
it.
us?
Yeah, hang out with you
Yeah.
guys. Look for a job.
Awesome.
Looking
You need a
for
job at Applebee's.
And be very, very wary of the people that I consider friends with who I work with from now on. And I think I get
Oh,
that.
they're all acquaintances, guy. I mean, shit like that
Yeah.
happens.
Work friends aren't really real friends.
Yeah.
at all,
Yeah.
right?
If
those
you
are
don't
rare.
see them outside of
Yeah.
actual work, then
Yeah.
they're not work. They're just
I only
work
had a
friends.
couple people actually text me and like were concerned and like pissed off.
Dude,
from
that
me.
has a place. That honestly has a place in life. That status of friend, having
Yeah.
a work friend, like that. Andy plays a role in my life. You know what I mean? Like
Andy's probably your
is
work
is
best
my work friend,
Your
but I
work
don't
BFF.
necessarily
Yeah.
talk to him outside of work.
Yeah.
That doesn't, I don't know. There's something to that.
And the reason I'm talking about it is because I'm so angry. If then my supervisor wasn't answering me when I was texting him, like, dude, what should I do? Because I have no proof that I didn't.
Yeah.
So am I screwed or super screwed? You didn't answer me. The only time you would talk to me is on that
Were you
WhatsApp.
in a union?
No,
You weren't in.
Why
a
on
union, huh?
WhatsApp?
because that's what we communicate through. 'Cause it
And
was
what,
just
you were
faster.
trying to text him before that?
No, I mean we never texted, but he would message me through there because I would sleep into like 1 o'clock, so he would just message me on text, the WhatsApp, all kind
Yeah.
of platforms. So, and then I'd be like, hey man, as a person, as somebody I consider a friend, I said, what should I do in this? Just fucking be honest and tell them the truth,
Yeah.
and that's what I ended up doing, and it got me nowhere because they already made up their mind before hearing my side. So. And then
Call a lawyer,
she was
bro.
like, "We tried to. I watched the footage over and over. I really tried to get it in your favor, but it doesn't look good. It just doesn't."
I had something like that happen at Ruby Tuesdays, not where I hit somebody, but this guy was a cook as well. Like I was working on the same line as him, and one day there was a gap in the expo guy, the guy that's going, okay, everybody, we need this and blah blah
Yeah.
blah, and he was being a douchebag, and he made the guy I was with quit.
Expos usually are dicks. Just for the record,
but
they
he
really
didn't
Are.
usually do it. So he
Yeah.
was being extra asshole-ish.
schmucky.
Yeah.
He was trying to be funny, you know what I mean? He would always try to make horrible jokes, and I ended up just kind of going off on him
Yeah.
over the course of it. And I finished my shift, but then the next day they called me in with the idea that I was getting fired no matter what. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was decided in advance. They fucking called me back 10 days later.
Seeing
They're
if you
like,
wanted to
they're
work.
like, you know what? It's easier to rehire you than it would be to train somebody from scratch.
Yeah, of
I went
course.
there
It's
for-
always convenient for them.
I went there for 3 days, and then I found out I had diabetes
Oh,
and
You
quit.
just quit Ruby
I just never
Tuesdays.
went back. Yeah.
Well, here's
Wait.
my problem with what happened to Josh. Aren't you
No connection.
innocent until proven guilty?
Yeah.
Like you keep saying that. Well, they can't see on the camera that I didn't hit him. Well, then they shouldn't be able to see on camera that you did hit him. Like you need to be. That's the way America runs.
It's
You're
the mark,
innocent
right?
The only
until proven
way
guilty.
this makes sense is if Milo lied and said he saw me hit him. That's the only way
Yeah, but who cares what fucking Milo said? That can't possibly matter, right?
you would think not. But
Who's Milo now?
Well, I
And
mean, in the
Milo's
big
your buddy?
scheme of things.
my
I mean,
coworker, who I thought was my friend.
That's the guy you're WhatsApp with.
Yes,
WhatsApp. Now tell me what that is real quick. I'm not hip.
it's an
I'm
app.
not hip, man.
What's
Uh-oh,
that?
here he
It's
goes.
a,
He's gonna be being old man again.
it's a messenger like group chat app.
Okay, fair
Or
enough.
group chat or
I
like
can't do
private
this pillow
message
no more.
app.
I tried,
and
man.
it's
I'm
like
sorry.
instant. It's just like iMessage, but for people that don't have iMessaging, it's instant. You know what I mean? So it's
It's
easier.
cool.
It's easier to text people with shitty Samsungs. So
oh, WhatsApp is?
yeah.
Okay.
So.
Oh, yeah, they got bought by Facebook, didn't they?
I think so. Bought
Or-
by somebody.
Yeah, they got bought out by Facebook because it was catching on as a social. Echo, lay down somewhere, please. I don't want to hear that the whole time.
And they got staff
Holy
that
crap.
and they got staff that go smoke on campus at night that aren't supposed to. They they
Okay.
have people that are constantly like a half hour to an hour late on a daily basis, and then don't do paperwork at all, leaving it for everybody else. People that hit people with wallet chains.
Well, here's the
Residents.
thing: is
How
that
do you not leave marks?
we've
with
heard
wallet
stories.
chains?
Me and you, and maybe Tony a little bit, have heard some stories about what goes on where Jim works.
And
Can
the
you-
only thing that made me mad is I didn't get to say bye to the kids.
well,
That is the only thing that I'm mad about. I don't even care about the fucking job.
before you run for president,
Because that's
hold
how it's
on.
always gonna be
Can
run.
you explain to people like what are some of the working conditions you've had to deal with in your 13 months being employed there? Because you tell us all the time. We've heard the horror stories,
Yeah.
quote unquote. You know what I mean?
It's just whatever's
Kinda-
convenient for the supervisors.
Well, no, I'm just saying about working there in general. What are some of the things you've experienced working there that have led to situations where you've had to bum rush one of the kids?
Oh,
Like, what are some of the other things that's happened in the past?
Spin us a
okay.
yarn,
In this
basically.
scenario, I'm not going to name names, but there was a kid.
Long story short version.
There was a kid that would go after somebody with a fork or scissors. You just got to grab it and like slam him to the floor, and then
Just go after people with a
hopefully,
fork.
hopefully some other staff sees you so they can assist you in the hold. There's got to be 2 people, and it's
Okay,
for
so
it's
then-
for safety. That's what the purpose of it. It's not just because you want to slam them down, obviously, but
And then what does your place of employment
you do
do
want
when
to.
these kids attack you with the fork? They just put them in a hold for 24 hours and then give them some more Xanax
until
and
they
let
until they
them
can
go on?
acknowledge that they can be safe.
Yeah.
You're
Are
like,
they-
you know why you were in this hold? And if they're just like, fuck you. I'm like, okay, it's going to be a while then.
Are these kids under 18 or over 18?
Under.
Under.
Yeah, they're like 13 to
Are they
16.
prescribing them prescription
Yes,
drugs?
they're on medication.
They're on medication.
Via therapist, nurse.
What are some of these medications
Ish.
that these kids are taking?
I can't really disclose that, but I mean, it's just like stuff to help them sleep, stuff for anxiety, stuff for depression,
You're-
stuff that they need. I mean,
Your
whoever.
basic, let's go quote unquote, run of the mill anxiety drugs.
Yeah, this is like the mental hospital.
Okay.
This is like the Christian. Let's try to fix their brain for them route, in my opinion.
Okay, fair enough, because it is a Christian-based organization,
Right.
correct?
Which is hilarious, but
Oh no, that's fine. Okay. So, what else has happened there? Because like this isn't the first time you've had to actually defend yourself against somebody,
Right.
right? Was this a self-defense thing, or did you?
there was one time that I got put on like 180 days probation for they were.
It's a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's 6
it was,
months,
but
man.
I think,
Jesus.
but
that's
the guy,
half the time you've worked there almost.
but the guy that gave me that probation, I think, was trying to save my job. So he was like, I have to do.
What did you do to
like,
get put on
He was
probation
like,
then?
I have to do something. So like, he just gave me 180 days. I think he didn't tell me that, but well, when I worked at this cottage.
What's a cottage?
It's like there's,
obviously
there's
not
a
a
couple
pleasant
different buildings.
place.
There's like 4 or 5 buildings with different groups of kids in there for certain things. There's like 2 girls units and there's 2 boy units and there's one that they're always working on. And it's always we're switching cottages so they can work on another one. It's fucked up like
How
that.
many units are there altogether in this place?
5.
Okay.
Then fuck, I forgot what I was saying, Alex.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm just trying to get all that. I'm trying to get all the
cottages.
information, man. Cottages, yeah. When you the first time you
These
got put
kids,
on probation.
at this gangsterish unit that I used to work at when I started, they always wanted to go out on walks. Okay. And and then I would go out there with them, and there'd be like 3 or 4 at a time, which is not ratio, but because it's supposed to be 1 staff to 3.5 or so kids. So if there's more
Okay.
than 3 kids, then you needed a second staff. But we only had 2 staff on the unit because, of course, that was what was convenient for the supervisors to only.
which is probably against state regulation.
Probably yes, because the supervisor should in that scenario have to go over there and work the floor because they need a staff, but they don't do that because they're lazy.
And who's your supervisor? Milo?
No, something like
Milo's your boy.
that. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you thought was your boy.
Yeah.
Is that your,
I'm not naming
that's your guy?
supervisors, but
Well, why not?
because there's only one that I feel is a
You
decent
shouldn't
human.
name anybody.
Yeah, there's only one that I feel like is a decent
Watch,
human.
it turns out that he was like on your side.
No, well, it doesn't fucking matter now because even if that was the case, he should have fucking checked in on me, asked me how I was doing.
Well, I mean, if you don't want your job back, man, and you don't want to sue him for $1 million, you don't want to call a lawyer.
Sue him for $1 million.
What's the point of exposing it unless you want to help the children? And then if you need to help the children, you should make an appointment.
I don't
with
feel this
DCS.
podcast is going to do anything. I don't feel
Why does
anything that I
everybody
can
feel
do.
they're like, oh, this podcast isn't going to ever change the world
Alex,
if we don't want
stop
to
talking.
change the
Listen,
world.
anything that I could possibly do because of what happened to me is not going to change anything there. All it is going to do is cause some issues that they're going to try to get rid of. So if anything, they're just going to not fight unemployment. I think that is the most I'm going to get out of it. If I do anything, is that they're just not going to fight unemployment, so I'll fucking go away.
Yeah, but they're not going to give you unemployment if you got fired for allegedly attacking a kid.
But I
man.
didn't.
Well, I know, but allegedly. Oh,
Allegedly.
you didn't
Right.
get fired for that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
No,
what
I
was
got-
the reason
it
you got
was,
terminated?
Something about policy going against the handbook.
Yeah, so I mean, they might, if they're going to, they have a way to fight it. In
Right, I know
so
that.
that will tell you if there was any bullshit going on.
Then I'm just going to be a pain in the ass to them as long as I possibly
Well,
can.
yeah, of course. What the
So,
fuck? Why not?
I already warned them. I was like, I'm taking everybody else down
That's
with
what I
me.
mean, man. Unless you're getting a lawyer, dude, and you're gonna
Just
try and
move
get
on.
money. Yeah, it's
Move
not
on.
worth it.
Better yourself. Karma exists. Let
Yeah.
the karma reap
enough.
on them.
I need to see it
and-
though. I really
Yeah.
need
You
to
gotta
see it.
do it before you could
will.
see it, man.
You
yeah.
actually will. It will somehow, some weird way. It'll be a year down the road,
Yeah.
and in some weird avenue, it will be shown to you that this happened to this person.
My name is Jim.
Yeah. I just worked myself up to a cigarette, so I'm going to step out for a second.
Okay.
Sure.
Be right back.
Let's watch him
Yeah,
leave.
second set.
Let's just watch him leave real quick. Real slow. I mean, let's watch him leave real slow. Real slow. And he's back for. And he's gone.
So what about you?
What do you mean? What
you're mad
about me?
about?
I've
Anything
never
I'm
been
mad
fired.
about?
Have you guys ever been fired from a job?
You've been fired, Big L.
I've never been fired.
You've been fired.
No.
Yeah, you were.
Where was I fired?
You were fired for saying fuck.
Oh yeah, that's right, Longhorn. Fuck.
Yeah,
Ah,
exactly.
see what I did there. That sucks, man.
I don't really.
I wonder if
see
there's
what you did, but-
there's nothing you can really do. I mean, well, yeah, there's no way.
I don't know. It sounds like one of those things that it like you want to put all that effort into it and stuff because you're really charged up about it. But when you settle down, you'll just
It's not
you'll
worth
just
it,
move
man.
on. I mean, if you can get unemployment out of it, great. That's you know what I mean. He worked there for a long time, and if they're gonna fire him for some bullshit, then the least he deserves is to get a little bit of cash for it and a little bit of time off. I mean, unless it's nothing compared to what you were making and you need
Take
the
a
money.
week
then-
off. Enjoy your week. Go get another job and forget it all happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, unemployment's only like 60% of whatever you make or some stuff like, and you can only get maxed out like $300 bucks,
What do you mean?
something like that, right?
How is that 60% if you can get maxed out at $300?
Well, because like if you make like one of my friends was a union worker and he used to get like $300 a week, 330, 350 bucks a week, but he makes more than that when he's working. They do it off a percentage, but there's only a max you can get. Like if he was making $1,000 a week, they're not going to give him $600 a week. There's like a cutoff. So Jim doesn't make that kind of money, so he'd probably only get, which will help a lot, would be like maybe $170 a week, 150 is he lucky, you think? I don't know how
Well, I
much
don't
money
know.
he makes a year. I'm just taking a ballpark guess.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I've never gotten unemployment, man. I've never filed for it, so I wouldn't know what the process is.
I don't either. I don't know any part of the process. You ever done
I've
it?
never filed.
How long have you been at RDS?
I don't know, dude. Too many years to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I would have to think because there were two different time periods where I was there, 96 through 2000. So 4 years there, and then I came back in 2003. And it's been 11 years, so 15 years. Or wait, yeah, 15 years.
You're an old guy.
I am an old guy. I mean, I started there young. Starting there at, 14, 15 doesn't hurt anything.
But you're still old.
I am old, yeah. Absolutely. I'm about to have a third kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Third and last.
Any week now, right?
I think so. I mean, it's supposed to be within the next month.
Yeah, getting close.
It's got to be getting close, dude. I feel bad for Jen. Her feet have been swelling, and you know what I mean? Like, it's starting to get to where this has been seemingly, from my point of view, she's handled this one the easiest. But
You can tell she's ready to pop, though.
she's been working the whole time, and like I think that's helped to not allow her to dwell on it too. Like, you almost got to keep powering through, you know what I mean? And it's kind of things to distract you rather than if you're sitting here all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you
You're
would rather be
focused
sitting
on
here
it.
all the time, and absolutely, but that's awesome that she's been powering through it, and I feel like she's going to end up, I don't know, I hope that it goes easily the last time.
Yeah, so your third kid, you're done. That's it, huh?
Absolutely.
That's it. No
Yeah,
more.
I don't have any
You
desire
getting
for more.
snipped? You gonna get the snip?
That'll be
No.
ridiculous.
I know. Why would I do that?
Now, some people get snipped,
Some
man.
people get snapped.
Some people get snipped.
Yeah.
What the hell's the matter with those people?
I don't know, guys. Some guy people. wanna
How
get
hard
snipped.
is it to pull out? I mean, really? I'm asking
Yeah, but
that
if
straight
you
up.
get
How
snipped,
hard
you
is
don't
it to
have
do?
to, right?
Drinking.
What's that?
What?
Depends on how much you've been drinking.
I don't drink. I don't get shitty wasted and then have sex with my wife.
You should you should every 6 months. Actually, it would be good for your relationship. I bet.
Okay.
Right? Don't you think? Shitty wasted sex every 6 months. A lot of slobbering, not really too much of what's doing anything.
Yeah, I don't like anything that you're
hair
saying.
all
Can
a
I borrow
mess.
that pillow?
Sure. He's got a boner. You can't have the
I
pillow.
don't like anything that you said just then. None of it.
You might like it if you
It
try
was
it.
all weird.
No.
Yeah.
Every 6 months, man. It'll add a spark.
You are a spark.
Spark plug.
Advice from Al.
So what's been up with you, Mr. Heart Attacks? How they been? Tell me about them.
No,
Yeah,
just
why
fill
don't
me
you
in
have
on
a
the past
phone,
2
man?
weeks.
Not
How come
bad.
you don't have a phone?
Because I forgot it in the car right now.
Oh.
That's weird because when I call it and I can call it on air,
It's deader than shit.
it's not. That doesn't happen when it's dead. It goes to your voicemail.
No,
it does.
No, it's dead, not paid dead.
Well, that's different.
Yes. But no, heart attacks have been few.
Wait,
I thought
what?
you were saying they were intense.
You did?
He doesn't know anything about this.
Sorry,
We
I
gotta-
thought
Give
you
him
were
a rundown of
You don't
the-
have to go into
the-
too much detail.
I have a
just don't
12-minute video that you have to see. It's hilarious.
It's a good one.
It was the first one he let me film. He FaceTimed me, and I was just recording
no,
it. Oh.
they're not quite like that anymore. Oh, well, for instance, you asked me, your question was what happens when you're on a roof and this happens?
Yeah.
And I was literally on a roof today, and I was like, son of a bitch. And I was working on the steep side, and I was like, just because I haven't really been stopping unless they stop me. I've just been trying to just keep doing whatever I'm doing. And I looked over my shoulder and I was like, man, if I do go out, that's a 2.5-story drop on the brick or concrete. So I was like, I'll walk to the other side. So I walked to the other side and I sat down. And then I was like, all right, no, I'm good. I'm going to go back to work. And I got up and I went to walk back over there and I sat back down. I got in the same position I was in and I went to go to work and realized that I forgot my tools on the other side of the roof. So I was like, man, how really good was I? But I didn't fall off the roof, but I was on a roof and I stopped. And
Goes and picks up power tools.
I was good. But no, a
drilling.
few of these heart attacks that I've
They're
been
panic
having-
attacks is what it is.
Well, that's what they're self-diagnosed as.
No, that's what we've researched.
So chest pains and
Actually, a
Where
nurse,
am I at
and a
type
listener that was
Yeah.
a nurse
Yeah.
said they were
and
panic attacks
almost shit
too, to be
myself
fair.
and puked and all kinds of weird shit's going
dude.
on, man. But weirdly enough,
Have you had them before, Jim? I mean,
Yeah.
You know what
You
he's
sound
talking about, huh?
knowledgeable on the subject.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You can feel
some
the
weird
empathy in his
stuff.
voice.
Some
Dude,
weird
it sucks,
stuff.
man.
No,
Yeah.
weird shit. And the shit that I mean, I ain't got nothing medically wrong with me other than my brain.
Yeah, his brain is broken. Clearly.
I've heard
And
other
it just
people say they
started
get
though,
panic
right?
attacks like
You've
that,
never
man.
had anything like that. If you think back, because I felt like there was one other time before I was diagnosed with diabetes that I felt like my blood sugar was low. Like I was
No.
on the other end of the
I
spectrum.
remember
and
the very first
you
time
don't
it
ever
happened,
remember that?
and I was walking. I was just walking. I was walking. And I was like, "Holy shit!" I just had to stop walking. I thought I was gonna pass out or something. Then I got that incredible chest pain. That's why the first time I thought I was having the heart attack. I was like, "Holy shit! What the?" And it literally stopped me. And then I tried to power through it. Then I was like, "There's nothing wrong with me." And I stood up and I tried to walk. And no, it dropped me again. And then I did that 4 or 5 times, and then I ended up naked laying in the gravel.
What?
And
Why naked?
because it was cool. I was sweating
It's the best part of the
profusely.
story.
I
Oh,
was
so
sweating
it was
so
a strip
bad.
off.
That was a choice you made. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I thought you meant like I blacked out and I woke up naked in the
Oh
ground.
no! He hadn't been raped. He
No.
he chooses to.
Well, wait
to
a second.
strip
Have you
off.
been raped? Is that why you're having the panic attacks
No,
now? Is it?
I don't believe so. Not consciously.
Well,
I ain't been
You
roofied to
weren't
my
conscious
knowledge.
when you're. Is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
that's what I'm saying.
when you were raped. Oh damn it! He doesn't deserve redemption.
Yeah, right. That would redeem me. That would redeem me.
He's been raped. Now
Oh,
all of a
that's
sudden you have to
awful.
feel bad for him, so
Yeah.
he gets redemption.
well, that's like
Yeah.
Jamie Lannister.
And
gets his
then you're
hand cut
better.
off. Yeah.
But no. Powering through, not near as bad. Still there.
They're still happening.
Oh yeah. And
And how long has this been going on? Like 3 months, maybe 2 months? It hasn't been that long.
No. I don't even know if it's been that long.
Yeah, it's absolutely been 2 months.
I don't mean to sound like a therapist, but has there been any changes in your lifestyle? Like major changes?
Oh, please therapize him.
Yeah, that would be
no.
fantastic.
This is gonna be my fave. This is gonna be my favorite episode.
Do you have a
Shh,
piece of
Big Al,
paper and
shut
a
up.
pen?
Shut
No,
up.
no. newspaper.
No changes at all. Everything's the same.
Bullshit.
But like, I don't mean like day to day things. I mean like, is there anything in your life that used to feel one way about something, and now, whether you think what's not a big deal or I'm over it or whatever, is there anything that happened?
Maybe give him an example, Jim.
Well, I'm not gonna give him an example.
Like maybe a breakup.
Place an event
Well,
that
I'm
doesn't
just saying,
exist
like a
in his head.
breakup with a
Hey, Big Al,
girl.
remember that thing where I said shut up?
Oh no, that was a long time
Just let them
ago.
talk, please. This is interesting.
No, nothing. Everything's pretty much normal chaos.
Okay, so your life right now is the same as it was before the panic attacks happened.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
besides being 3 months
You
older.
Absolutely.
worked at ABR, for example.
Yeah, that's false, sir.
Because I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
I believe there have been many changes that you've
Well,
even
no,
lamented.
that's normal chaos. I mean, I'm just working. I work 20 hours a day. That's just what I
And
do.
this
It
is
doesn't matter what I'm working.
Your
at.
last, I mean, the last girlfriend, that was a while ago, wasn't
Oh
it?
yeah, that was.
So
that
that's
was,
not
no,
anywhere
nothing
near
to
what
do
could
with-
be the
yeah,
issue.
no, nothing
How long
to
is
do
a
with
while
this.
ago, if you don't mind me asking?
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
it's-
A while
it's-
ago that it is literally, that has escaped me.
At least
is
12
no
months,
longer a problem.
like
oh
at
no,
least.
2 years plus.
Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, that has long.
Just
since
trying to
escaped.
eliminate that
Oh
being
yeah,
a big
no,
change.
that bothered me for quite a while, and that was a huge fucking change.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing that I ever really had been bothered by in life, really. So that was the first time.
Really?
Nothing affected me ever until that point. And then I was like, oh fuck, I got feelings. I'm a little girl. What the hell happened? But no, that's long since gone. And that did affect me, but that's over and done with, and all normal chaos. All normal chaos. So I can't say anything's weightier or less
Well, I mean,
weighty.
like, is your motivation?
Your truck. There were
But
there were
once
issues
again,
with
that's
things.
normal. That's normal. I mean, I
I feel
wrecked
like
my
a bunch of
vehicle.
shit hit you at once, guy, and you're ignoring it
Oh
for
no,
the sake
that's
of
normal
not.
though. That's what I'm saying. It's not.
But maybe you
I do
can't. Maybe it's
everything
not
in
normal.
adversity.
Maybe normal doesn't work for you anymore. Like maybe I'm not trying to be a dick, but maybe because you're getting a little bit older
come
than you
on.
were. I'm not saying you're getting old. I'm saying older than you are. There are things that my ear was fine 3 years ago.
Everybody
So what I'm
loses a
saying is
step, man.
something is going backwards, and maybe it can't handle the what you considered controlled chaos anymore.
Yeah, maybe something inside me, but trust me, it will build a callus, and I will be fine.
You say that. It's been a while, guy. It's
I
been
know,
quite a while.
once again, I mean, they're not.
They're daily. They take up a half hour at a time.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not been in that form. It really hasn't. I've been able to. I literally dealt with a customer today during an entire one. I mean, everything I was doing with this guy, and then all of a sudden I was like, ah, fuck, and I felt like my muscles tense
So
up.
we're just gonna
and
start
then-
with drywall. How you be paying?
I used to have social anxiety, man. I used to get it real bad. I used
No,
to freak out.
I was just dealing with a bad situation. My blood pressure rose. I was pissed off. I just wanted to punch the fucking guy, but I had to deal with it. I had to make it right, and then it started happening. And then I don't know, because the
just kept
physical
steamrolling.
aspect. Earlier, I was physically, I was just hurrying up and trying to get this shit done. And it was hot out or whatever, and I was real sweaty. And I remember wiping my brow, and then I remember like not feeling right after. And I was like, fuck, was I just being too hard on myself? That's what still makes me think they're heart attacks, because it's usually when I exert myself, not much stress.
Okay.
Is it
So
possible
you're
just
thinking it's
that
more
out of
physical,
shape?
not mental.
Yes.
You're just
That's
that
interesting.
out of shape. Like you just
Yeah,
can't.
no.
Like,
But
I mean,
weirdly enough, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I am old, but I'm not bad in shape. I mean, I am plenty more in shape than all three of you put together.
Oh, come on.
And
man.
I'm
I
old.
mean,
I'm
a
not trying to
specimen
make
guy.
light
I
of like
got-
a heavy
I don't have abs
situation,
anymore,
but could it be something like?
He's not.
I don't wanna
He's not
say
going to
it.
be offended. Say what
I
he
don't
says.
wanna
no,
say-
no, literally, you
He
can
is a
fuck
huge
I don't wanna say-
bleeping vagina for all this.
I don't want to say. Okay, I'm gonna say trap gas because that sounds like the wimpiest thing that it could be.
Well, I
But-
do got to
but
fart
some-
every time.
but
It
sometimes,
feels like I got to poop.
because sometimes like a mixture of like indigestion, heartburn, and stuff.
No,
will fuck
That's
you
like
up.
what
I've never
40%
even had
of
that.
emergency
I've
room
never
heart
even had
attacks
that. My
are.
diet hasn't
Exactly,
changed.
but what if you now are getting it? What if like I got diabetes? Like I didn't have that.
But once again, couldn't attribute it to the diet thing. It's the exact same. Nothing has changed.
Not necessarily to the diet, to your physiology.
Yeah. What if
Oh.
you had a palpitation forever and it just all of a
once
sudden?
again, there would
It's
be
not heart
wouldn't-
related, though.
That'd be a time thing. Wouldn't that be associated when I ate food or near food? I mean, this shit just happens. randomly. I
Oh,
mean, it's
okay, I
woken
guess
me up in the
Start
middle
writing
of the
it
night.
down, like when it happens, like what time of
all
day it
the
is.
fuck. It's
you have a
literally
journal
woken
of
me
it?
up. No. I started to, and then there was just way too fucking many. I had like. There
But
was,
seriously,
there
and
was
write
over
down,
a
like, what is
dozen
the-
in
what
one
is-
day.
what
I mean,
is-
it was like 12 or 15
He doesn't ever
in
know
one
what
day.
the trigger is. He
Well, I
can't-
mean, write down like
I wish I
when
knew.
you're sitting there, you're like, this is happening. Just write down like what you think for that day, like you're worried about. And if you say nothing, if you're worried about nothing, then write
Yeah,
nothing.
well, see, that's the strange thing, because, see, most people worry.
Yeah.
I really don't give a fuck. I
Maybe your
literally,
conscience is saying you need to give a fuck.
I literally have zero to worry about. What do I got? I mean, I got dogs to feed and to let out.
You got
And-
Scrooge syndrome, bro.
I literally have zero to worry about, which is the best thing. I'm almost responsibility less.
Yeah, except a couple weeks ago you were having to deal with cops and all that shit because of issues. That's
once again,
pressure.
normal. No, that's fucking
Yeah, but these
atypical for me.
attacks are going back what,
Yeah,
almost
they're
2
way
months
before
now.
that. They're
I
way
mean, how
before
long has
that.
it been, sir? 2
know.
months,
And that's
maybe
normal
3?
shit. That's normal shit.
We're talking. This has been going on a long time. It's not.
If-
a
I just
matter
feel like you're
of
trying to
weeks.
avoid maybe some issue that we're trying to touch on, and you're just
I'm not. What am I avoiding?
I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. What's causing this?
We'll be right back after these messages.
You got to talk over it. It's a
Trap gas, Pepto-Bismol, chewables. Chew them up. Watch them go down your esophagus.
Oh, you just brought me back to another memory. Bob gave me, John gave me Pepto-Bismol, and Bob gave me Pepto-Bismol tablets, and nothing.
so
That's not going to help an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, to rule out the he
Indigestion.
thought the indigestion.
what
thing.
could you be anxious as opposed to panicky?
When's the
Were
last
you
time you got
anxious
laid?
about stuff?
It was.
That's not a panic attack.
You
thing.
know, maybe
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
no,
saying,
no,
maybe you need to
laid
go
was
get a good
about-
rub and tug, man.
Unless you're like a Jersey Shore.
No, weirdly
cast member.
enough.
That shouldn't be
When
your
did
main
the
worry.
stalker leave? When did the stalker leave? That was about 2 months ago, wasn't it?
See?
When the
Always
what?
comes down to
No.
sex. Go
No,
get a rub and tug.
no, I don't think
I
it
got
ha-
$5.
Big O.
To be fair, the timing is
Just-
sounding
just
pretty
tough.
right on.
Yeah.
But
I'm
I
just
no,
saying.
really, legitimately, I went like a year and a half, or almost 2 full years before.
One of your
Fair
better
enough,
years
yeah.
and a half, though.
Huh?
Comparatively speaking, it was a better year for you then.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
That was a better year. You're getting up
I
there, guy.
can't
You know?
disagree to that. I can't disagree to that. I mean, you can't argue with
But
results. and I was pretty
physically,
happy.
you do change as you do change. Like on Community, Wingers, there was a thing where he was like, he goes, "You may want to take something for your cholesterol." I was like, "What are you talking about? I've not eaten stuff all my life to never have this worry." And he's like, "It's no big deal, dude. Just take the thing." And he's like, "Yeah, but no."
I stop salt. I eat a ton of salt all the time because I'm out. I'm always outside, and salt keeps you hydrated. So I do eat a lot of salt.
Okay.
And I did, since this whole thing has happened, stop eating salt altogether because I still feel it's associated to my heart some weird way.
So maybe start eating salt.
All right.
I think you need to
But
That's
I
worth a
didn't
shot,
do that.
right?
I didn't do
Anything
that
is.
until halfway into it. You know what I mean?
get it in.
I
That'd be the
nothing
answer.
to nothing to do.
Is the
as a matter of
timing
fact, they give me more
coincidentally
stress.
close?
Yeah, that's just coincidental.
Well, you say that.
There's no such
Rule
thing.
it
I
out.
don't believe a coincidence.
Okay, I'll rule it out.
That's what we're saying. Just rule it
done.
out.
Done.
So it's
Because then you
not.
can go, oh,
I'll
no.
make time for. I'll make time for that this weekend or the beginning of the week.
Now, I'm not even talking about sex. I'm just saying maybe just a good video and a bottle of lotion and go to town on yourself. I mean, it's the last time you got to have some fun, guy. I mean, you're not even like Tuesday for me.
God,
you know,
this guy
I mean,
putting all kinds of work into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
I
Well,
don't
I'm
need all
not
that.
me, guy. If the wind blows right, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't need lotion or any.
No,
all
but
that
okay. So when's the
video
last time
shit.
you helped yourself out, man? I mean, maybe it's a sexual release
Hang
thing,
on,
guy.
no, hang on. I do remember this because I was
Has it
thinking,
been-
wow, I haven't done this in a while.
He had a panic attack and started jerking off.
No,
Hold
because
on, we might have figured this out.
no, hang on. No. It's not sex because the funniest part. Why didn't I go to this story to begin with? It was like a week ago, and it's the reason I haven't jacked off in a week because I literally had a panic attack while I was jacking off.
Fucked up, guy. Okay, now where were you
And
at?
I
Hold
stopped.
On.
I totally
because you
stopped.
say that, and you.
My
and I always
house.
feel okay.
I was at my
Because I always
house.
feel like you have these panic attacks in
That's
weird
amazing.
places.
No, it
so
was
I
a weird
pictured you in your
place. But
truck
no,
in
no.
like somebody's driveway, jacking off, and
No,
then having
shower.
a
I
panic
was
attack.
in the shower and I was like, and I fucking I went
shower
to
guy.
jack off and
Not a shower guy.
And I literally had a panic attack, ended my shower, ended the jack off. I didn't even fucking come, and that's the last time I fucking tried to jack off, and I haven't since.
Oh, okay. Well, and how long ago was that?
It was last week. I mean, I couldn't tell you the exact day, but it was last
Okay,
week.
but what he's saying is that it's not timed with that. But you also need to rule out the possibility of you just having intimacy with another human being in some
now
form
wait
or
a
fashion.
second. Hold on. That's not. If he can't be intimate with himself, he has real intimacy issues.
That's not.
I don't
But-
know that I don't. I mean, I will
His
go out
heart
and not
rate
have
was
sex
going, man.
just
We
to
might
prove.
be going somewhere. We might be
I'll
going
go
somewhere
out-
with the heart palpitations.
All I'm
guy.
saying is rule it out. If you rule it out, then we can't
I'll rule
use
it
it
out.
anymore. It's off the table.
Don't
It's-
rule it out. Rub it out.
I'll do a little of both.
No, Miguel,
Dude, rub it out.
rule it out or rub it out.
I don't know why. Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Jim? It's good to have you back, Jim. Can we give some shout out music to Jim for coming back to the podcast
I mean,
on
I have
week
s-
11?
hold
But now that we're talking about rubbing it out, and I really gotta pee, that just makes it an awkward entrance
There's
or
a
exit.
There's a bathroom over
Yeah,
there, man.
but now you guys.
If you haven't done it in a week, it's not going to take that long, man. Every time they joke about like,
What he means is we'll know when you go in there that you're jerking off.
so it doesn't matter what you do.
It's locked
Just
on.
going to pee.
Are we gonna wait for him to come back before we give him the shout out music, or we should just do it now?
But you want to give him a shout out music before.
We
While he's not
should
in the
time
room?
it so when he comes back in, we'll be like,
What do you
shout out
mean-
to Jim Linus, and then it'd be like, see you at the crossroads. Maybe I'll just break down and cry, or maybe you will. Maybe you need a good cry, man. When's the last time you cried, Tony?
No, I did. That
No,
wasn't.
answer
that
the
long
question.
ago.
Don't-
That
don't-
wasn't that long ago because wasn't it something that you did or so? I sent you the
Wasn't
link.
that the Crusher thing? The Connor, the little boy?
No, that I thought you would like that, but it
I
was
did
right
cry.
around that time. It was right around that time.
Okay.
I sent you something that made me tear up. I was like, "Holy shit, that's severe," and I sent it to you.
And you said you didn't even finish it, right? Wasn't it something like that? I swear you said like I didn't even finish it. Here it is.
Yeah. It was a rough one. I was like, "Ooh, that's rough," and I stopped.
Have you ever heard the Jimmy V speech?
Lock it, Jim.
Who's Jimmy V?
Please.
Jim Valvano, he was a basketball coach that died of cancer, and they started a huge cancer foundation for him. They raised like billions of dollars. He did this speech, and the only reason I bring it up is because.
But I'm not a crier.
But I don't know, man. It might make you
No,
cry,
I'm not
man.
a crier.
I'm
I'm
not
just
a-
saying I don't enjoy it. I'm not a person
I'm
who
not-
enjoys it.
No,
I
but
don't
think
enjoy
it's
that
good
side of me.
for
I
somebody.
do.
You should cry when you.
You-
You
you-
should cry every once in a while.
You know how a bachelor like
You
myself
have
prevents a
recorded
mess
yours.
so I don't have to clean it up?
Yeah.
I prevent those feelings so I don't have to feel them.
Yeah, but I think that's
I don't
eating
enjoy
down
those.
at you inside.
Like, Joel
man. Nobody
enjoys
wants
them.
to dry it up in the
No,
desert
he
all alone,
enjoys
man.
that. I don't enjoy
Who
those
enjoys
feelings.
it?
Joel.
And what feelings are those?
Crying.
He just enjoys the emotion of it all.
I
Yeah.
think you should change your range of emotions all the time, man. It makes for a good day, like this.
Well,
speech
that's fine.
says.
You can have that opinion. I'm just
I
saying
think that you should
that's
listen to the
not
speech,
fun
and
for
maybe
me.
it might change your opinion on it.
I don't
doubt
mind
it.
listening to the speech, but I'm just saying I don't like
Oh my
those
God.
feelings.
It's only two I
Damn
have,
it.
Jim.
Can we
Looking from
play
a
the Jimmy V
walls.
speech since it's getting to be that time of the year?
Got a sip. You want
No
a
I
sip?
got a Gatorade. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you
No
have a
way.
sip. I can't. What do you mean I can play it? I
Can
can't.
you play it? I shout out for Jim.
You really want to
Crossroads.
play a 14-minute fucking speech
No,
right
I
now,
don't.
Miguel?
Actually, no, I don't.
Well,
Yes,
then-
he actually
Listen.
does for some weird reason.
He thinks he's going to make
Nah.
you cry with it. No, I already have the thing that's going to make you cry.
What's gonna make him
You-
cry?
But you can't be around. It's going to be me and him sitting there. We're going to watch this episode of something, and it's going
gonna-
to make him cry. I don't want people around to taint it so that he feels like he's got to be cool and talking during it.
I don't-
I want to shut that shit off.
I'm pretty sure
Why do
weren't
you
the
wanna
three of
make
us
me
watching
cry?
something on TV
Oh, I
and all
just
three of us cried once?
It wasn't that. It was that I know that it will make you cry, and if you don't cry at that, if you have
Oh,
to,
no.
I'm saying
I
undistracted.
cried during the fucking things.
What thing?
things?
I've cried multiple times during.
That's
this
a
fucking
physical
heart
pain,
attack.
though.
Yeah, that's different.
not an emotional pain.
Well, no, maybe crying's
It's
a
fucking
symptom. If
crying.
we're playing house, and by house I mean
I'm saying it's
MD,
not the same point. It's not the same.
It's
end.
not
You're
a
the
symptom.
chick. That's all I gotta say.
I'll be 13. She's fucking hot, man.
No, I was talking.
I'd rather be the guy that ended up writing speeches for Obama. Isn't that what he went and did? The guy from Harold and Kumar? Doesn't he work on Obama's staff or some shit like that?
He did at one point. He's
Nah.
gone back to acting since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
House is a good show, man.
House is a good show. The hell did we get to House? What were we talking about?
We're diagnosing Tony's symptoms, and we're playing House, but not House like
that wasn't what we
husband
were doing
and wife.
at the end, was it? We were
I don't
talking
know.
about
Watching
something
Big Bang
specific.
Theory.
Nah,
I haven't ever watched that really. We
Yeah.
just didn't
Never
like
really
it.
got into Big Bang Theory, man.
I'm
It's
like,
not that it's not funny. It's funny, but to me, it's like. I guess I just feel like I love Community so much, and I know
Yeah.
that it kind of killed that show in terms of ratings and shit. And
Any word on Community getting picked up by anything else?
no, not yet. And I know it's probably kind of elitist, but Dan Harmon was like, look at the amount that you have to put in, and then somebody edited a Big Bang
The
Theory
no-
episode and cut out all the laughs.
Yeah.
and there was like, and then
yeah, I remember.
You know
that.
what I mean?
That
It was
still
really
haunts me.
weird.
Anytime I watch Big Bang, I
Right?
always think of that.
I'm not trying to hate on the show because I do like it. I
Yeah.
do genuinely like the characters on it. I just feel like, much like 2.5 Men, it kind of goes at the lowest common denominator
Yeah.
for humor. And it's weird because they're doing a science-y type of humor, so it has to be sort of highbrow.
yeah,
But
a
at
lot
the
of it, I'm
same
just
time,
like,
it's-
that makes sense. I'm sure.
But at the same time, it's kind of like it's the easy stuff, and
Yeah.
I don't know the
I mean,
caricatures
sometimes I just,
of people.
I just like
and-
watching it because it's not like.
It's relaxing. It's something
Yeah.
you can sit there and really just get into. And I let myself veg out on that. And if I started, I have to go through the whole thing.
Yeah, so we're on
Yeah.
season 2 now.
Yeah. No, I mean it's a
The
it's
more
a
I
good
watch
show.
it, though, the more I'm like, Leonard's kind of a smartass, and then Penny's like a whore. And I did used to think that when I would
Well,
watch
yeah, of
it
course.
every now and then.
No.
No, I was just like, oh my god, I love all these characters, and then now, like, I'm like, Leonard's kind of a. He doesn't have to be that much.
Oh,
of a
Penny's. I don't find her likable on the show
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
When I watch it, I feel like she's always kind of a dick to him.
Yeah.
And unjustly so. Like
And then,
she's not that good looking to be acting like that to
The
people.
guy that can talk to girls because unless he's drunk, that guy I do not like at all. Do not think he's funny, and I didn't used to think that. I think it's the
What,
more
in the
I'm
second
watching it-
watch? You don't like him?
Was the first watch really? I mean, I've watched like some episodes at your house, but that's like the 2 years ago, last year or something like that. It was
So
like
it's not
every-
like you really remember all the
it was like the last season,
deets.
right? I just knew like of the show, and I knew of Bazinga, and like
Have you ever heard or have you ever watched Big Bang Theory?
That's the one with Doogie Howser?
No.
No,
That's How I
that's
Met
not.
Your Mother.
No. Oh, Big Bang Theory. That's the one with the Star Trek geeks.
Yes.
Yes. With the hot neighbor?
What do you think? What do you think about the show overall? I mean,
Oh, I
where-
thought it was a fair show.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was terrible. I mean,
No.
it made me chuckle and
It's
laugh.
one of the highest rated shows going, and it got picked up for 3 years
It-
recently.
Because they
it's
use
not my
bright colors
thing,
very
but-
well.
It's because they use bright colors.
It made me laugh.
It's the second brightest show on television.
one scene from I think it was season 1 or season 2. I don't remember which one because we were just at the end of it. That made me laugh really, really hard. Was they? Let me see how it's. I know of it, but I don't remember how it began. He broke his glasses. Leonard broke his glasses in the movie theater. They were watching a Planet of the Apes marathon.
Yes, I remember
Trying
that.
to hide from Leonard because I think he was sick.
Sheldon.
Sheldon, yeah, because he was sick, and then Penny ended up having to go take care of him.
Yes, I remember.
And then
I've
they
seen
built
that
this.
episode.
They built like this camera / movement. It would like tell them if anything moved. And they basically said, put this as close to Sheldon's room as you can. It's like a little electronic platform. They said if he leaves his room, then we'll know. It'll tell us on the laptop.
Yeah.
And he was like, but you have to crawl so it doesn't pick you up. And he didn't have glasses on, so they put a camera on his head. And they're like telling him to turn left, and he's like, keep true. And he's like, what the hell does that mean? He's like, go straight. He's like, why don't you just say go straight? He's like, because you don't say go straight, you say keep true. And he ends up like placing it by his room, and he was like, okay. He's like, now turn it on. He's like, what do you mean now turn it on? Then why did I have to crawl? He's like, I don't know. Good question. Just that whole episode, it was just like they kept building up to something that I thought was going to be cool, and it ended up just being like the stupid thing.
I thought you were saying how you liked it. How you liked that scene.
I did. I mean, because it was stupid. Because
Oh,
like the whole
okay.
time he's just trying to get his fucking glasses.
It's
and then
not good.
Penny's
It's
putting
not bad,
Vicks
but
vapor
still.
rub on him. He's like, go counterclockwise or else my chest hair will mat. And then he's just like, and he's like, keep singing. Now you. And they're doing that soft kitty song.
Oh, the warm kitty.
Yeah. Oh god, that's funny.
Other bad Channel 2 shows for 1,000
2.5 Men.
after Charlie Sheen.
No, always.
I gotta disagree. I kind of like the Charlie Sheen episodes,
Of
man.
course you
Before
did,
before he
because
was
he-
all winning and all.
What do you scrub
this
the
and that.
second series? Trying to make it the same series.
What do you mean?
Anger
you mean
management.
Scrubs season 9? If they had left
Dave
JD,
Franco's Revenge.
if they had, Dave Franco is far funnier than James Franco. I just
I
want to
agree.
state that publicly. Dave Franco is
Absolutely.
the talented one of the two.
Hey, Careful.
Season 9 of Scrubs was good. Fuck yourself if you don't think Season 9 of Scrubs was good.
Yeah, but Dave DeFranco didn't do that movie. So
Dave Franco didn't?
he didn't do.
Dave Franco was
the
in a
James
movie
Dean
recently.
movie,
It was pretty good,
which
man.
was pretty damn on spot. I mean, I wasn't alive when
believe
James
the-
Dean was walking around like that.
I believe the terminology is spot on.
Yeah.
What did I say?
On
Have
the
you
spot.
have
I
you
said
seen that
it's
the
on
James
spot
Franco
on,
one?
is what I said. What?
Have you seen the James Franco Dean?
Yes, I have.
James Dean? Have you
It was really good. Yeah.
I actually when
It
I
was just all like.
when I
seen it?
when I Wikipedia James Franco to find out who he was because everybody said I look like him. I
You're
read
doing
that
that
that was one of the best
hillbilly thing
roles
over
that
there?
he's ever done, and that he
Yeah, it
actually
was
put a lot
super
into
good.
it. Yeah.
What's that?
He's a real big method actor, man. He gets really big into
sure?
his characters.
Yeah, and then like now it's to the point to where it's a joke. Like James Franco's known as like taking everything too seriously. Like he thinks he's an
Yeah.
artist. Like obviously you saw the roast, so I don't. Have to
I did see the
I don't
roast,
have to
yes.
explain.
Oh, it was fantastic.
That was my
man.
favorite thing starring James Franco.
Did you see This Is the End? That was pretty funny.
Dude, I couldn't think of anything he was in except Spider-Man.
He was
I
in
mean,
that
was
127 hours.
Oh, he was in a lot of stuff now that you go back and look. He was on Freaks and Geeks.
I remember that show. That's my first introduction to James Franco. That
Yeah.
show was really good.
I couldn't even tell you which character James
First thing I
Franco
saw
was
with him
on
in
that
it was
show.
Spider-Man. Before I really knew who he was.
That's when somebody first told me that I look like him, man. Somebody the other day goes, "Hey, are you related
And in
to
Spider-Man
him?"
2, I swear to
It's
God,
like,
they
yeah.
put on prosthetic eyebrows, muscles.
Jim, I'd just like to.
Is it like that?
I'd like to say, nobody has ever said that to Big Al. He's
What?
totally full of shit. Nobody
Yeah,
has
I-
ever stopped
you
you, and
do-
said, "Are
I'm-
you related to
I'm
him?"
not
'Cause that
saying-
sounds dumb.
The table I was waiting on the other day goes, "Hey, are you related to James Franco?" and showed me the
Had it ready? Had the
phone
picture
when
ready?
you showed the pictures of him. Yeah, they showed it
believe
to
it.
me like I never seen it.
That sounds
before.
like a lot of effort.
This is the
Yeah, it was.
wallpaper.
It was a ton of effort, man.
I'm
I
not
get it all
saying
the
I
time.
don't believe you. I'm giving you
Definitely
the.
don't believe you.
It doesn't matter if you.
I'm
believe
not
me.
saying
It
I don't
happens all
believe
the
you. I'm
time.
giving you the benefit of the doubt, like everybody should when somebody's selling their side of something.
Look at him
And
trying to
I'm
spin the whole
saying-
conversation.
Yeah, right.
Trying to make it all a moral.
But I'm just saying,
fucking
every
story.
time
That's a callback, isn't
Yeah.
it?
the topic of you looking like James Franco comes up, you always say, "Man, somebody so and so told me I look like him." I've yet to hear, like, authentically somebody saying, "You know who you look like?" And you're like, "Tell me." Like James
I don't
Franco.
see it. I
You're
don't
like,
agree with them,
"Don't
man.
you?" Well, that's what you.
I don't get it. I don't think I look anything like him.
He
But that's
thinks
like me
he looks
saying
like Tom
people
Hanks.
say-
And yet he mentions it every chance he gets.
People say I'm
Yeah.
Coolio. I say whatever. Don't really. No,
You
man.
see now, you look very similar to Coolio.
No, I don't.
You look a lot like.
I don't
him.
have cornrows like that.
Take away the cornrows and the black.
And
Throwing
in
a
the
couple pounds?
He was in Daredevil's director's cut, the longer edition of Daredevil, the shitty movie with Ben Affleck. He had like a whole subplot where he was like hiring Daredevil as his lawyer, and it was freaking weird, because you'd expect him to just be like, you know what I mean? Because that's what Coolio does.
Oh, Coolio. I thought you were talking about Dave Franco.
No, I'm not talking about Dave Franco.
The better of the Franco. Scrub season 9 was good. If they hadn't bothered with putting JD in 5 episodes and stretching that out.
Okay,
The
well,
first
since I
couple was
didn't-
fine.
The first couple were good.
Yeah, it was a
when he walked
transition.
past the girl and bumped into her, and then her narrative took over. That should have been the end of JD on that show. He
Do
should
you-
have gone away.
Do you remember you remember me loving Community when it like first came out and Donald Glover was starting to rap and stuff? Well, not starting to rap, but once it was becoming like
Donald Glover.
once it was becoming bigger and bigger. Oh my God, Big O, you the West.
He's
When that started happening, I loved Community, and then like right around that 8-bit episode with Pierce and his dad is when I started. Right after that, for some reason, I couldn't get into it anymore.
He was all on Adderall. Dan Harmon was
What do you mean?
writing the second half of season 3.
That's
real?
fantastic.
He was all cranked out on Adderall. Admittedly, season 1 and 2 are the best, and 5 now I would say. I like 5.
Since I'm probably not going to go back and watch the last season. You can just go ahead. Can you go ahead and tell
Why
me?
wouldn't you watch the last season? He came back
Because-
for it.
I know, but can you just tell me like?
I was
the
disappointed
exit
in
of
the.
Donald Glover
I
and-
was disappointed in how little they used Troy while they had him. It felt like season 5 was we have to make up for Pierce, so they brought in Jonathan Banks, aka Mike Armentrout from
Okay.
Breaking Bad. He came in and filled the same role that Pierce a different role, but he was
The
the old
older
guy.
comedic.
He ended up sitting at the table with him. He was another teacher, and Jeff became a teacher, and
That's the old crime detective guy or whatever. The
the cartoonist.
the bad guy from Breaking Bad, right? His partner, like guy.
The cleanup guy or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So, what was your question in general? How did Donald Glover leave? Yeah,
Yeah.
it felt like an ensemble show all of a sudden. When before it felt like a group of people,
Yeah.
it felt like, okay, everybody's got to get their screen time. Like Duncan came back, Chang, like there were all these.
They're trying to feature as much people
yeah,
as they could.
and Donald Glover, and like they didn't do one Troy and Abed in the morning, like until they did one last Troy and Abed, and it was in a bubble. Because they did a lava episode, the floor's lava kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
It was really cool.
But Duncan's funny, dude. That's John Oliver.
Yes,
right?
that's John Oliver.
That guy's fucking hilarious.
His
But
accent's
this
really
show
strong for me.
Oh,
this
dude, I
this
like
season
that show,
was
man.
a really good, solid season of television. However, it was marred by the fact that Donald Glover left 7 episodes too early. You know, all he had to do was finish the season.
And they just got canceled, right? So like, it's not like Donald Glover knew the show was gonna end.
No,
and then
he didn't know.
bailed.
He asked for
Nobody
that,
knew.
knowing Dan Harmon was coming back. He asked to be
Released
to only do
anyways.
the 5 episodes.
Well, was it more or less that they canceled it, or they just decided against renewing it for another season?
What do you mean? That's canceled.
Same
Is that just
difference.
canceled? Is it
Yeah,
the
that's
same thing?
literally the same thing. But the bullshit
I
part
thought it
is
was that it was so bad that they were putting like a stop on it.
no, it had better ratings than season 4.
I wonder why they didn't pick it up.
A little bit better than season 4, and they didn't pick it up. But they had been promoting on their website. It had community and it had hashtag 6 seasons in a movie.
They probably hate
Like
Dan Harmon.
what a fucking dick move. Why would they care? It brought promotion back to the show. You have a show that you can continue to make. Why would you want to start over? I don't understand why these networks, Burn Notice, Psych, all these shows are getting
don't get me
shit
started on
canned.
Psych.
They're
Yeah.
all getting shit canned. I think prematurely. Some of these you can milk something for. Why would you cancel a show like Community that has an established, albeit maybe not a huge fan base, but let them finish their run?
How about
And
an
then Big Bang
opportunity at
getting-
another show?
Who?
The people who are creating the show
Oh, they're
have
going
a better
to.
opportunity somewhere else. So let's just get rid of this project and move on to
So
the
they
next.
could bring back
But Big
Kevin
Bang
Bacon
got what?
or Christian Slater again.
3 more years that they
Yeah.
something like that.
They've signed
and that's
on
off
for
of
3
a
years.
sitcom.
Yeah. And so, I mean, Community is a sitcom. It deserves. They should have
It
just
seems
let
like-
them finish off the run. It's like Heroes to me. When they are bringing Heroes back. I don't know if
Yeah,
you know
I
that.
read that.
They're bringing Heroes back next year. But that show ended after season 4 on a cliffhanger. So to me, that means you can never sell that box set.
'Cause
Who's
it's not
going to buy
complete.
that?
It's
Why
not
would you
complete.
buy a box set that doesn't have an ending? You just cut your fucking marketing out from underneath yourself. Wrap it up in an hour movie, in a 2-hour movie. You know what I mean?
So what was Community's?
Something. Community was supposed
Season
to be
finale.
6 seasons in a movie. It ended. I mean, it ended.
Did it end with a lot of questions that are in
No,
the air? Or
I mean
did
it's
it
not
end?
lost, guy. It's
When
fucking.
you say it ends with 6 episodes in a movie,
6
is that
seasons in a
or
movie.
6 seasons in a movie. Is that a movie at the theaters or just like on
Just like a 90-minute special
Okay.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Oh, I can't
as
wait for
as like
Entourage
a after
movie.
after they were in
That's
college,
still
because
like
it's a
2
college.
years
It's
away,
set in a
man.
collge,
Gotcha.
a
Yeah.
community
They're already
college.
filming it.
Yeah, no,
And there aren't many shows that are set in a college atmosphere.
That is going to be in the
If you
theater.
think about it, not many
Oh,
TV
yeah, early in the
shows.
theater.
But anyways, it's just this quirky
Saved
group
by
of
the Bell, the
people, and
college years.
I mean, that show wasn't as terrible as I think. I mean, maybe it was.
Saved by the Bell college years.
Yeah, I mean, I still watched it.
Screech was
Oh,
like
yeah.
the new principal's sidekick. He was like,
And
"Alright,
why did the
everybody."
principal come to the university? Just because he was.
Belding came to the university, really?
It was like George Feeney teaching every
Did
class
he?
Boy Meets World.
I don't
ever
think
had.
Belding went to the. I don't think Belding went to the college.
Are you
I
sure
think-
he
I
was?
think
Because
He
they
was-
had that old school football player who was supposed to be the RA that was like their new father figure.
Wait,
I forgot about that guy. He was all shaggy.
Oh
and
my
long
God,
hair.
Mike
What was the theme
Golick,
song?
not Mike Golick, Bob Golick. That's the guy's name.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's
coming
yeah.
at the edge of tomorrow. It's all
Big
up to
Al,
me
please don't
how
ever do that
far I
again.
go.
Oh my God,
Sitting at
can we
the
get
edge
some
of
Jesse and the Ripper
tomorrow.
shout out music since Jim's back on the podcast, Jay?
Da-da-da-da-da.
Jesse and the Ripper's podcast shout out music, Jay.
Well, you're just saying things, Big Al. Again, you're doing that thing where you just say stuff.
I know.
Let's see what else. What else are cool things?
What else are cool things? What do you think about people who dip?
Huh?
What do you think about people who dip?
That's disgusting. I wouldn't
You
never
see
do
him
it
doing
because
that
it's
right now?
disgusting. I thought he got punched.
It could
It
happen.
would have been the
You
other
were
side.
like control chaos. You know, just like blood coming down. You're like, I'm not even stressed.
No stress.
Blood coming down, blood from his nose, just brain
Yeah,
bleeding.
we like look away and look back. Your eyes swell. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just like, not even. This is me, dude. It's normal.
It's typical.
I
You
want
fall
to.
off a chair, you hit your face.
Jim,
Kinda
I'm gonna ask you a serious question
Go
here.
ahead.
I want you to lay some truth bombs on me.
All right.
Would you be even remotely interested in LARPing?
Man, I've heard stuff about LARPing, and you know what I gotta say? Like, some people, thumbs up, LARPing. Other people are like, I don't know.
Yeah. So
And the most
the
obvious-
question was me asking what
Yeah.
you thought about it. I get that other people have opinions.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea what that is.
Live action role playing.
Are you talking about like dressing up as like
Anything you
Batman
wanted.
and then
Well,
walking around?
Yes, if you want to
and
be
I'm
Batman.
pissed off at fucking Jaden Smith for using white Batman. That was fucking badass.
Jaden Smith is the worst person.
But
Him and
he
his sister are the
but he
awful
wore a
people.
white Batman
Wow,
costume
has there
to
ever
a
been a
wedding.
white Batman?
No. How did I not think of that?
Wow, God, that's
Probably would have
was
liked
the-
that
there was
guy.
the gray
The
Batman.
Light Knight.
the
Don't
Light
ever-
Knight.
fuck
Oh
up.
my God, against the Dark Knight,
gonna
Jim.
ruin the Batman.
But no, we're being serious about the LARPing, man.
It's gonna ruin the
If
Batman.
you want to be Batman,
it could be
you
anything
Batman.
from a superhero to a video game
TV show,
character
yeah.
to TV show character
Yep.
to medieval to whatever the fuck you wanted it to be.
I would want mine to be
Futuristic,
if it was gonna be like one
alien.
of those Walgreens costumes, I wouldn't want to do it because it's already gonna be.
You can
like,
make your own
This has
costume,
to be
man.
really cool for me for it to outweigh
To
me
really
looking,
commit.
looking
Yeah.
like a fucking idiot.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Now,
I
if
can't
this
wait
was
to
movie
film it
quality
though.
and
It's
it
all
was
gonna be good.
fucking latex and it was like for real, like, and I could be in shape like that.
You could literally wear your CM Punk outfit if you wanted to with a sword.
would not do
I'm gonna
that
have a
one.
sword and a Captain America shield.
Can
That's
I wear
my
your CM
weapons.
Punk outfit? No, I feel like your junk's been in there. And
Yes.
Yeah, that's boys mixing with boys. That's
Can't wear
like,
underwear because
That's
they're
like
tights.
swimsuit stuff.
You're supposed to wear the junk thong, keep them together.
Did
keep
you?
it from popping out one side.
But did you?
They wear thongs.
And another
underneath
thing,
those?
the people at elucha.com/shop did not put the tie strings around the legs. They only put it around the waist. Right?
I heard
Are they
he's making a
supposed to?
comeback.
Yeah. Well, they're supposed to be tight enough. They're supposed to be elastic.
He's retired, Big L.
No comeback.
He's retired.
I am retired.
Are you? I say we should wrestle.
Don't want to see him punk, are you?
The what?
Have you seen Joel's belt? By the way, look at that.
Yeah, I hate him.
Yeah? That's better than your belt.
I don't have one.
Didn't we have a belt in an episode of that TV
We did.
show
It's
we used
over
to
there.
do?
Yeah.
What was the name of that show?
What show?
The TV show we used to do.
We didn't do a TV show.
Oh, I thought we did a
Have
web
we ever
series.
done a show on TV?
We did a web series. Oh.
We did a web series. I
What was
think.
that called?
I can't remember. It's been 4 months since
It's called
there's been any
Clover.
new
It was called
episodes.
Cloverfield, a fan film,
Yeah, something like that. Cloverfield 2.
Oh, no
The
wonder. I
fan
never-
film?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
starring the
It's the prequel.
starring the guy that did Blade, Bad Blood, a fan
Wesley
film.
Snipes?
No, Blade, Bad Blood, the fan film series.
You could be Blade and
Blade
Lightning
with
if you
a-
Blade
wanted to.
Blad?
It's very hard to say. I don't know why they were like, that's easy to say. Blade.
It's like the rural
Bad
juror.
Blood. Yeah, the what?
The rural juror?
Real Jer.
No, rural.
Rural.
Rural juror.
Rural. Juror.
Juror.
It sounded like you're saying
Rural.
Robo Juror.
Why are you getting all up in it and saying
know, 'cause I was-
Very
I like
uncomfortable.
making noises right now. Right now we're on a late night. I don't know. I kind of like the way it sounds. I'm gonna talk like this from now on. Can you guys actually hear what I'm saying?
You gotta be breathy.
I think they're coming for us.
What's the matter over there, Tony? I feel like you have things that you need to say.
Yeah, Tony.
No.
Tony, what's that sound?
Oh shit, it's telltale. That's for sure.
Wakes up naked.
No, nothing to say.
Big L, stop
Yeah,
making wind.
Literally
For
nothing. to
fuck's
say.
sake. What?
Literally nothing to say to that.
No, not about that. Just in
Oh
general.
no, I've got nothing to say. I wanted to know what you were pissed about.
What do you mean? What I was pissed about?
You got to be pissed about something today.
Let me look on my list. I
Oh,
may
one.
have some things.
He's got a
that
very
I'm-
valid point there. You are Joel. You are generally pissed about at least one thing.
No, I got nothing.
Check
Sorry.
back your Facebook page. There had to be something on there.
Did we talked about the? Yeah, I mean, no, I got nothing.
Being able to shoot cops. We talked about that
Surely,
earlier.
surely.
You're like-
Okay, what do you think about this then?
Yeah.
What do you think about the fact that Indiana is the first state, or only at the moment, to tweak the laws so that if a cop unlawfully enters your home, you can shoot them?
I could care less.
It's a good response, I guess.
I don't plan
technically.
on getting in that position, so I don't care either.
Yeah.
What do you mean getting in that position? The position would be if they go to raid the house next door and they bust into your house and shoot your fucking dog. That cop did something unlawful,
I'd be
and
like,
you
"Give
can
me-"
defend yourself.
I'd be like, give me 10 days to go get a gun. Because I don't own
Well,
one.
no.
Well,
okay, so
no.
what you're saying is
But
they
you could
want
beat
to
him
raid.
to death with a bat.
They want to raid
example,
your.
you know.
They want to raid your neighbors. They accidentally raid yours. You have
It's
a dog.
only if it's something unlawful that's being
So
done.
hold on. So you have a dog. Your dog is barking. It won't heal or whatever. So they shoot your dog.
Yeah.
So that automatically just gives you the right to shoot them.
No, I'm saying you would have been able to shoot them before they shot your dog because they were busting into the wrong house armed, which was an
But-
unlawful entry. They didn't have a search warrant for
So
your
they
house.
bust into your house
Yeah,
and
you're
they go
fucked anyhow.
hands on the
It
ground,
doesn't-
hands on the ground, and so you can
Looking
just
like
all
a
of a
fool
sudden
with
pull
your
your gun
hands on
out
the
and
ground.
shoot them.
All that does is
You're
help
just
you.
trying to.
No,
come
I'm
up
trying
with
to
a scenario
understand
that-
that. No, I'm trying to understand the actual like. So a cop comes in, they accidentally raided your house, right?
Okay.
You shoot
So-
a cop, it's a standoff, and you're fucked. And there's
So what
SWAT
you're saying is
teams.
they come in with guns drawn, so I can just automatically shoot
You can
them?
defend your house if they don't have a warrant to come into your house. It's an unlawful entry, so you can defend yourself against that. If anybody busts into your house, you can defend yourself against them. The badge does not
absolutely,
give
yeah.
them a clean. Does not give them a free
Doesn't
pass.
mean they can do what they want. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be
Well,
under the
It's
law.
always going to end up in death if you don't just comply and then use that law in court afterward.
But people,
Yeah.
they passed the law because people are getting, the cops are coming in and then doing things like eventually shooting the dogs
yes.
because you complied, because you didn't blast their fucking face off when they busted into your house.
Why would that make sense though?
What do you mean? If somebody busts into your house with a gun and you can't, if it's dark, for example.
Yeah.
You know, there has to be a scenario in which you
But
can
I'm just
envision
trying
that
to think
happening.
of like the cops. If this is he,
If the cop
going
thinks he's
in,
going into the wrong house.
and he doesn't know it's the wrong house.
Correct.
And then he's like, wait, you didn't kill me? Well, fuck your dog. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't understand. Like,
No,
this doesn't-
that if the person complied and like they sat down and then the dog starts barking at him and he's like, handle your fucking, he won't let the guy go over. I've seen it. There's a video
Oh
of
yeah, about the weed or whatever.
the guy shooting the fucking dog that came out of the car and didn't go anywhere near the cop. Like
but
the
they
cop
were
went like
complying
that and like
they could have been the bad guy. Instead of saying, "Whoa, motherfucker, you're at the wrong place. I
Yeah.
ain't doing shit. You tell me."
yeah.
You know, if
Defending
you take that
your
atti-
right. Normally before this law was passed, if you were to say that to them, they could just arrest you because you're impeding an investigation. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're getting involved in when you shouldn't be. But they're saying it's just like anybody else busting into your house if it's not legally done. And it just gives you the right to protect yourself. I'm not saying blast the fucking cops' faces
yeah,
off.
It doesn't affect.
I'm saying if
me,
they
so.
come in and start fucking shooting, you can then kill somebody that's shooting a gun in your house. That
Yeah, oh,
for
no, I
for
agree
no
100%,
legal
yeah.
reason. That's all. I'm
Yeah.
not. You know, it's nothing.
I know, but the way you described it at first, you're like, well, yeah, if they shoot your dog, you can shoot them.
It sounded
no,
like you were
I mean,
saying
that's
that the cops
yeah.
are testing people that don't
I know,
defend their
they're like,
fucking house. That's what it
Boom,
sounded
okay,
like.
no
No.
guns here, clear.
I'm saying that you would have been able to protect yourself before it got to the point of them shooting your dog.
I'll protect Echo.
The people that are just complying
Fuck, I
now,
wanna shoot
the
Echo.
guy put his
I'll
dog in the
protect
back
her.
of the car, and then the window was half down, and he went and complied with the cop and got on the ground, and the dog jumped out of the car and came over to the owner because the cop was messing with him, so to speak, and then the cop like lunges at the dog and provokes it into it didn't even bite at him, and he fucking shot it, and the guy's like saying, don't shoot my dog, and he just shoots the dog. Like, imagine that happening in your house.
So what happened to the
because the cop's not going to listen to what you're saying because he still thinks it's the right house. You know what I mean? They're going in there with the mindset of, we're going to bust this fucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why would they necessarily just stop and go, wrong address? Okay.
I
And
think
just back out
it's-
slowly. That's not going to happen. Cops come in to control the situation.
It's nice because in the court of law, it holds them somewhat accountable at the end of the day.
Correct.
But other than that, it will never affect us, so I don't give a shit.
No, it was just something to talk about. It was just something that came up. He was asking me about it earlier.
I saw him posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
Hey guys, sorry to leave so soon, but I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on some stuff.
Wait.
Yeah.
So you
Some
don't
music.
you don't have a job, and now you're not gonna hang out with us while you don't have a job?
Yeah.
He just
Well-
says, I just twitched. I like
Well,
that.
I'm gonna work on some music. So
He couldn't.
What kind of music you
couldn't
working on,
last
man?
those
New
extra
Linus?
15 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah,
like-
new untitled album. No idea what anything is yet.
Yeah, we're almost
I'm
done,
sick of
guy.
saying things are gonna be certain things, and then the next week I feel different, or
That's
the
what
next
you should
day,
call
or
it,
the next
new
hour.
untitled
So
album.
I'm
I
just
don't know
gonna
what it's
say
gonna be.
I'm
Things
working.
are going to be certain things.
I'm still
pretty
working on shit. That's
Are you?
That's what it is. I'm still working on shit that I started working on last year. It's the same amount of stuff. It's the same stuff that I haven't decided
So
on.
throw it
songs
away
yet.
and start over.
Big Al, I've
I just-
already
I'm just
done that.
saying.
You think I didn't think of that? Think I didn't
And
say
then
like,
you
hey,
dig it out and go. You start
18 of these
working on it
19,
again?
18 of these 19 songs suck? Yes. And most of them are on the hard drive I'm
So
taking
then
home.
stop
I just
trying
need
to
3.
fix.
I just need 3 off there so I can make something
Hey.
new with them.
I got a guy.
I'm right here.
I know that sucks.
I do need to grab that song. Or you can
And by-
send it to me.
Yeah.
No, the mixed version. The one where it went into that in the middle.
I don't
And
know
came
where
back
that
to
is. I could remake it.
It's open. Or I mean, it's in Reason. There was a project file that was
Oh, okay.
made that way.
The Love Everlasting Empire
Yeah.
version. All right, I'll send it to you. Bye, guys. Bye, people listening.
See you later. Jim.
Also, if you could bleep
Bye,
out
Jim.
names that I said, that would be awesome. If that's not too much work, just
I
in case.
don't know what you're talking about.
From the beginning, when I
Yeah.
was talking about me being fired, if you could bleep out some names, just in case.
I don't think you said
Be
names.
like, oh,
Yeah, just
discussing
the one.
discussing work items,
Names?
page
Yeah, but the
84
guy's
of the
name
handbook.
was- yeah.
Required, punishable by, you know what I mean?
Can we give him some "Forever" by Jesse and the Rippers shout out music when he's leaving?
I can't.
No.
Oh, first of all, he couldn't hear it because he's not on the mic anymore. Can you go over to that mic so I can not hear this humming anymore? That would be
No,
amazing.
I can't do that.
You what?
Can't do that.
That's awesome.
Why? What happened there?
Do you hear how much better that sounds now? No humming.
Now I have a ring in my ears. Actually, I hear a ringing. It's kind of weird. Later, Jim. Bye.
See ya.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jen Linus, give him a round of applause.
He left. So
He's
what?
out.
Okay.
Elvis has left the building. Fat Elvis. Because Jim's around. He's not skinny Elvis. He'd be fat Elvis.
Oh, of the comparable
Elvises.
comparable
Yeah.
Elvises. Yeah,
My two Elvises.
I see.
Isn't that a movie with Susan Sarandon? My two Elvises. Kevin Costner's an Elvis, and then the other guy that looks like Ray Liotta.
Is it called My Two Elvises?
I don't know,
though?
but you know what I'm talking. It's an aren't they criminals? With the flying Elvises, they're like bank robbers or some shit. Kevin Costner's in
No,
it.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know who the other
I
guy
haven't
is.
seen enough movies to be able to understand what he's saying right now.
It's a Kevin Costner flick. Here, I'll Google it, man.
Oh, and then he thinks we care, so we got to keep talking about it.
I'll keep going. I mean, talk amongst yourselves. Don't mind me.
I haven't moved.
Yeah, I'm not. Are you having a panic attack? Because that'd be amazing if you were having.
I'd be saying something if I had moved, is all.
You can say things now. What do you mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
I brought you back up. You're
What
back
am
in the
I-
fold
I'm back in the fold. How come?
because
I
you were
thought-
talking off mic.
You were enticing me to move.
I was trying to, yeah, but you
I was-
haven't moved. So it makes more sense to pull it up when you're speaking so that people can hear what you're saying.
I've got nothing reasonable to say just yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
What are your plans for the next week? You got anything going on?
We got lots going on.
Yeah, like what?
Windows in windows in the morning, a body shop in the afternoon, a fire restore in the evening, for the next 2
Oh,
days.
fire smells are the worst.
I hate it.
It's terrible. We had a fire in our apartment building in the hallway on 71st and Broadway. And our whole place
hate it.
just reeked.
I hate it.
It was the worst.
That'll be my next 2 or 3 evenings.
Yeah?
We'll see. Probably 2.
Are you just pulling out or are you fixing too?
No, just fixing. Everything should be gutted.
Oh, so it's not even going to smell
Well,
so
yes,
terribly.
it will still smell.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You can't get it out.
What do you do?
You
What?
just put everything back new and hope and pray.
Oh, that it doesn't seep through?
Yeah, that's all I know to do. But
You
I
can't
don't. I
put
don't even
kills
know.
down?
I don't even know what I'm walking into yet. It's gonna be a first time.
What do
that
you
I'm
mean,
over there.
kills, Big L?
It's like a kills is like a paint stuff, isn't it? You put on the wood to hide the smell and stuff.
Well, that it doesn't hide the smell. What kills does is it kills mold. It prevents moisture, things like
Oh.
that. It doesn't kill any smell. It makes the smell worse, if anything.
Yeah, Big L, duh. Psh, kills.
I just kills everything, man. Anything it
I'm
does,
annoyed
it's
that I
small
can't
ones.
talk about Game of. I know this isn't the TV podcast, but I'm annoyed I can't talk about Game of Thrones because you're not caught up yet. The
I'm
latest
trying to
episode's
catch
really
up for
good.
Sunday, man. 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
We're at
Kurt Russell, Kevin Costner, Courtney Cox, Arquette,
season 3, episode
Christian
5.
Slater, David Arquette.
Got to get
John
to 410.
Lovitz.
Episode 5.
There's only 10 episodes a season, and we're trying to get. I don't know that we'll be caught up before the finale. Not on Sunday. I mean, it is Thursday or Wednesday.
That's what I'm saying. If we get 2 today, 2 tomorrow, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday, boom, we're there. Right, that's only 10.
Yeah.
We'll just
you
watch a
don't
lot
know
on
things,
Sunday.
right?
I do quick math sometimes. It doesn't work out.
That's not quick.
I
That's not
think
helping
that's
anything
your
because then
whole
you have to
life,
go
Adam.
back
It
and
was perfect, man. We'll do 15. We could do 3 each day.
that's 3 solid hours every day.
It'd be like 2:45 is what it would be because they're not.
Oh, they're
like
not gonna be
53, 57.
You
got
don't
a
even
54.
commit yourself to 3 hours of work a day, and you're there for at least 6.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said.
I work like 10, 12-hour days.
Yeah, and you don't even commit yourself to 3 hours of that when you're there. You're not going to commit
Oh,
yourself to
please.
3 hours of fucking watching a TV show.
That
Yeah.
takes far less effort than him applying himself.
I apply myself at work all day long, man. It's instant gratification. If I'm not applying myself, I'm not making any money.
Okay, so we talked about this not on the podcast. Did you hear about the restaurant in Kentucky?
No.
They abolished tipping. They painted on the floor a hand with a finger cut off, and it said no tipping. They have a system now. Apparently, they listened to the Joel Henderson show.
Nice.
Because episodes ago, we talked about
43 or 44.
somewhere around there. We talked about
Paying
what
the
they should
fucking
do
help.
is yeah, exactly. What they should do is the burden of payment should be taken off of the customer and put onto the restaurateur, and so what they're doing at that place is saying mandatory no tipping. If you pay with a credit card, there's no tip line, any of that shit, and they give them the better of 20% of their sales or $10 an hour.
Nice.
Whichever
you
is
get a
higher at
better-
the end of the night, you get
a higher
that's what you
quality
get.
human being is
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
You know, and they're nicer. They're better people.
Well, now some would say that it takes away their initiative to be pleasant, and where they could just, people are coming there for a product already. It's
it now holds.
But that
the-
place is going to hire the best servers. That place isn't going to have just your average run-of-the-mill, you know what I mean?
well, I think what I
waitress.
mean is that people are concerned that if that was the way it became,
Yeah.
that then people wouldn't. The counter argument to abolishing tipping is, well, they won't have any reason to treat you nice now.
Yeah. Well, like CarMax. CarMax, they don't get commission. Don't those CarMax, the car salesman people, get paid hourly? If I'm not mistaken, they don't make commission sales. So that's kind of like
I
the
don't know.
same concept. You know what I mean? Like a car dealership that doesn't pay commission. And that didn't become like a new trend. It's the
I
same-
just
yeah,
feel like
mean,
it
it's the
should
same
be.
thing, yeah.
I
agree.
think it's a great plan.
Yeah, it's perfect, man. That way you don't get rid of it. Because like
Kudos
literally,
Kentucky. Who says they're all dumb?
Yeah, right. They should do. They should do the minimum wage thing, and then you know how Seattle's bragging about being the
isn't it like $16 or something ridiculous?
yeah, over 7 years.
Oh.
It's not going to be that until that's an antiquated amount of money for minimum wage.
Yeah,
you
what
know?
is it currently then?
It's I don't know the exact details of it, but it's going to go up over 7 years. It's not like it's just going to be $15 an hour tomorrow. It'll be 8, and then it'll be 9, and then it'll be 10. You know what I mean? It'll incrementally go up each year.
That's how.
So
that's how it was
that doesn't
in
do
Indiana.
anything because you're accounting for inflation there. That's all you're doing is you're already just accounting for what inflation
when they
should.
need that dollar amount now.
Yeah, exactly. I see these things where it's like, say hello to your new, or $15 an hour minimum wage, say hello to your new fast food order taker, and it's a fucking touchscreen. How is that a bad thing?
It's not.
How is that
They have them in Ruby Tuesday.
How
Sorry
is
to
that a
mean to
bad
go loud.
idea?
I don't think it's a bad idea.
I think it's a great idea. You take out one useless job there, and then you just have somebody make it and hand it to them. That's one less person you're paying. That's amazing.
And that's usually the asshole.
And I don't
person.
think that that's something that the workforce is going to feel a big blow from. The people who are getting, I don't know.
I would still
Thoughts?
dude. I would still do my job just like I do now for 20% of what my sales.
You know what it
were.
is? I just realized why we're not getting any good conversation. We're talking about real things, and he can't do that thing where he talks about
I'm
anything.
talking about real things.
Yeah, but you're doing it in that way where it does nothing matters, and
No,
that's no
I'm not.
fun to have somebody who doesn't have an opinion on things.
I'm
You're just like
having
meh.
opinions.
You're meh. The whole time you're meh.
Oh, well,
Give me
sorry about
something
that.
you're passionate about. Tell me something you're passionate about, and not something that you just love to do. Something that maybe angers you. Come on, give me something. Show me that you exist as a human being on this planet,
Okay, I exist.
and not a mild
because,
annoyance. Something that pisses you off.
Black people.
Go on.
No,
I'm gonna need a follow up.
That was just a joke. For
Oh, I see.
But something that really annoys me. I don't know.
Pisses you off. Not annoys you.
Everything pisses me off. I mean, everything. Absolutely.
Baby
everything.
rape? Does that?
Come
on, take the stand with me.
Yes, it definitely
Take the
pisses me
stand.
off. That I can say.
Anti-baby raping.
That
law.
I can definitely say across the board, as you say, is.
What are your thoughts on people being distracted while they're doing things? What are your thoughts on
It
that?
depends on if they're distracted doing something that
That
involves
is productive.
Me. No, just.
Oh, that involves you?
Yeah.
So if you were getting like a blowjob, that
And they
would
were
be okay.
distracted whilst giving me a blowjob.
No, the blowjob was the distraction. Sorry, I didn't start that off right.
If the blowjob was the distraction, I would welcome it.
I see. So it would have to be a positive distraction.
Yeah. And it did-
$9.32 is the minimum wage in Washington State right now.
How much?
$9.32.
Yeah. So it's going to just go up over
Yeah,
the
that's-
course.
To
I mean-
2019, it'll be 15.
I still
Indiana will
say
be 13
throw all the
by
damn
then.
money out
You know
in
what I mean?
Road.
Road?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Throw all the money out in the road. What do you need money for?
Oh, goods and services. Just do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Trade goods and services.
Works
It
for me,
seems
yeah.
logical.
People would be a lot nicer to each other, that's for sure.
And is that a bad thing? My dad was calling me a hippie because I was calling him a racist.
Why? Yeah, but is your dad a racist?
Well, you
What
are a
made him so
hippie, and
racist?
he is a racist.
I'm not a
He's
hippie.
a yuppie.
You
if
are a
anything,
hippie.
man. He's
I'm
a
not a
yuppie.
You
hippie.
started as a hippie,
How do you
and then
figure
you
I
turned
started
into a
as a
hipster.
hippie?
Because
You started as
your
a
whole
G.
mentality, your whole free is and carefree mentality.
I'm not carefree. I care about lots of things. I just think that if your agenda is a hateful one, then it's garbage. No matter what your point is. If it's a hateful agenda and you're doing something out of hate towards somebody else, then that's not a good thing.
That's a hippie comment.
That's not a hippie comment.
You're
a
the
hippie
guy
comment
Homer
is,
Simpson made
peace.
juice with.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are. You're the guy that Homer Simpson made juice with.
And not only that, but you make
Because
your
you're
kids,
pro-establishment. You love the establishment. That's your
I
thing.
love them.
Uh-huh.
However, you make your kids eat meatloaf.
And
That makes you a hippie.
that doesn't make me a
doesn't.
hippie.
Yes, it
That makes me a
does.
parent.
If
That's
that
all.
no, it makes him more like a '50s parent if he's
Yeah.
slapping down meatloaf and potatoes.
Yeah, I mean, what the
He's
hell?
not giving him like vegan tofu
I'm not going with
salads
that
and
bullshit.
shit.
Yeah.
Hippie. Now you're a hipster because of all this.
He's a yuppie, man.
How do you figure it's hipster?
Yeah, I can go with yuppie because
I would say hipster in the sense of liking things before people do and then being mad if they go mainstream. In that sense, yeah, in some ways I would consider myself a hipster, but I don't do the hipster dress thing. I just dress like myself. I don't.
oh, that's very hipster-esque.
I mean, I think just having a beard isn't enough to be considered a hipster. Because I don't do any of the like fancy tight clothes and all that crazy the big dark framed
They don't have
glasses
to
and all
have
that
a
shit.
dress. You know, you don't have to you don't have to dress the part to be a hipster.
You do.
You are the part though.
In many other ways, yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Just not in the conventional you can't see it. It doesn't look the way that a hipster is supposed to look. You can tell a hipster they're trying too hard.
Oh,
They put a
okay.
lot of effort in.
Yes.
That's what
Way
I'm
too
saying.
much.
Way too much effort, and I'm not about putting all that extra effort in.
Hippie.
It's not a hippie.
That's the hippie in you.
I'm not a hippie though.
Yeah, you're a lazy fucker.
Okay, describe hippie characteristics besides the smoking weed thing. Besides that,
and the beard and the long hair and the sandals in the
beard,
wintertime.
the sandals, the long hair.
those
the
are
bowl
descriptions of
cheesy
Jesus.
Poofs, the bowl of cheesy poofs
I don't need
in
cheesy
your chair.
poofs.
The bowl of potato chips in your chair.
What are you talking about?
You know what? Chips and salsa every day doesn't make you a Mexican. It makes you a hippie.
I don't think it makes me a hippie.
Hippie.
It certainly was never intended to make me a Mexican. It's delicious.
You're
Still
a
to this
hippie.
day.
You're a
Wouldn't a hippie be eating like a warm bean burrito or
That's
a
what
hot
I mean. Like,
pocket
I'd
or
have
something?
some
Or-
stupid ideals that are.
No.
Well, you do have
That's
dumb
very
ideals.
hippie-ish.
Sometimes.
That's very hippie-ish.
Ideals, not ideas, Jay. You have dumb ideals. Your
That's what I'm
ideas are
saying.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand what you said the first
Yeah.
time. Yeah, I got you.
Hippie.
I don't think it's hippie-ish.
Hippie-ish.
I don't think it's hippie-ish to say being racist is bad.
No, that makes you like a human.
Yeah.
I mean, in what way is
saying
racism
kindness.
good?
Kindness is not the same as fucking. Oh, make peace, not war. I'm not saying that. I'm
So
just
wait,
saying
what did your
even
dad
if you
say
have to
that
do
was
something, if you're
racist?
doing it with a kind, if your
Well, I
intention
think-
isn't to be spiteful or shitty,
From your father's view, the only reason he called you a hippie was because of your hair.
yeah.
Is that really why? I mean,
I mean,
or no, he
wouldn't
called you a. You
wouldn't
said he
you
was
be
racist?
upset? Wouldn't you be upset if you were him in terms of the hair department?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's
Yeah,
why
I'd
I
be
thought,
like,
oh shit, if I go bald,
no,
I'm fucked.
Actually, no. I'd
He's
be
gonna read
proud.
my
I'd be like,
ass.
damn, I may not have hair, but look at all that hair I created. It'd make me proud.
Okay. See, that's
that's
just because you're anti-establishment. You
Yeah.
can't just do things the way a human would.
No, that wouldn't you have to think of it that way? Would you be like, damn, all mine fell
You've
out,
become a far better Big Al than Big Al ever was.
but I don't even know.
A far better one.
And I.
Big Al used to try to. He
This is
would
through
try
lack
to
of effort, by
frazzle,
the
and
way.
it doesn't work ever. Still, so
This is by lack of effort.
it's not lack of effort because you're actually popping a little bit of effort to try to be.
No, I thought that. I thought, oh wait, if I was your dad and I was thinking through his eyes, I'd be like, oh wow, my son has long lots of hair. Damn it, I'm a bald fucker. Oh, but at least I created hair. At least I didn't
that's
make a bunch
lot
of
of
bald
thought
kids.
that you put into something that was a really
you asked-
abstract comment.
You asked me to put in effort, and I'm putting in effort.
But you just said you weren't putting in effort. I thought that was your whole thing right now is you explaining how you were not putting in effort. Why are you having the look like you're having a panic attack?
It's not a panic attack yet.
Are you having one?
No.
Because you're doing that thing.
You're confusing me where I don't even know what you're saying.
What do you mean I'm confusing you?
Your words that are forming sentences
Go
are
on.
not making any sense.
Is that because you're having a panic attack?
No,
Are you sure?
absolutely.
You're positive you're not having one?
100%.
You say that, but you're doing that thing where you get kind of sheepish. when
No,
you-
I'm not. I'm not sheepish at all. I'm good.
Now you're doing that thing where
rather,
you're in denial.
No, I'm rather. No. I would gladly. I wish I could have. No, I would have known far before this that I was having one, and I would have announced it gladly. I wish I could have one here, especially right now, live on this.
I know, right? When are we gonna get that?
I wish. I wish I knew how.
It felt more like an interview today than regular just bullshit. You know, just like random nonsense.
Kind of.
Yeah, it felt more like interview-ish.
Well, Jim was here, man, and
I know.
we started out like a Geraldo 2020
Well, yeah, but we're
thing.
all friends, so we should just be able to talk. You know, I mean, I guess we were asking questions, so that's what it ends up becoming. It's just an odd one today, I think. I don't think it's bad. I think it was interesting conversation. I really like the part where you guys were talking about where he was trying to diagnose you, and
I don't know that we came up with a diagnosis, but I would have liked to have had one.
we came up with one thing that you have to rule out, didn't we?
Well, I'll go fuck, but
You say that.
yeah,
You say
I'll
that
go
like meh. Again, not
It might
interested.
help, man. You
It's
never
not.
know, man.
That's the last thing that I'm craving. Is what I'm telling you. It's. I mean.
Then what are you craving?
Yeah, what are you craving, cock? Again? What did I tell you about that, dude?
Two at once, please. However, no. I'm just
Big Al,
saying.
we're gonna have to take one for the team.
I'm not. It's not what I'm
There's
looking
no
for.
I in team,
It's-
okay?
I'm not seeking that.
There's no winner in that situation either.
I'm not deprived of
Correct.
it.
No,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
but what do you? But you said I'm not craving that. Well, what are you craving then?
No,
man?
it's not a crave. That's.
What are you missing? What's going on, guy? I want to figure it out.
I wish I knew.
I feel like you're intentionally obstructing the witness. Like you're intentionally not
Well, I
giving answers that could help.
It's not by intent. If I knew the answer to the question, wouldn't that have?
But I feel like you're doing it just because.
Yeah, no,
like
like
you're
you-
avoiding it anytime we try to get anywhere near what it could actually be, you divert.
I'm not diverting. To
Okay.
anywhere.
You did change.
What?
There was a difference between the Tony that was here building this room and the Tony that you are right now. There's a difference.
Well,
Yeah,
then
but
what
that's
is
almost
it?
a year
The
and
dip-
a half, guy. I mean, that's a lot of change. A lot's
Was
happened
I in my
a year and a
death
half.
But we
spurt
weren't
when
really
I built this room? No. That was a couple of years ago.
You gave me the death talk, remember? No, you gave me that you didn't care about life talk.
Yeah, that was after this room though.
January
Correct.
of 2013 was when you.
So
But
I
I mean,
I'm
even-
trying to think back of when
That
I was
was-
in this room.
I feel like that might have been the turning point for you, where that led you towards where you are now.
And it's probably just been a slow decline that ends up
I'll
all
give
of
it. Yeah, no.
accumulating at once.
I give it to you. I could give 2 fucks less. Yeah, no, you are right. There's something hasn't snapped back, and I could give 2 shits less. But I'm here.
You're saying that
thinking-
as if you're good with it now, as opposed to, I know what you're trying to say, but it sounds like you're saying, I could give a shit. We kind of know where it started, but I could give a shit. You're saying not that. That wasn't what you were trying to say, was it?
No, I mean, I don't care.
You're saying that something didn't click back into place to make you give more shits
yes,
than you did
yes.
at the
like
time.
right now, I just started doing things. I didn't care about life or times anymore. I just started doing more things.
How can we get you to care about life and times anymore?
I don't know.
How do we do that? Because if we figure that out, then I have a feeling that these will go away.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, that's the question we need an answer to.
That's a good question. But once again,
Are you asking? That's the question you need to be asking yourself.
No, I'm not. I absolutely am not asking myself that.
Can you be a little more self-aware? You've said height already. We know you're capable of progress. So is it possible that you could try to introspect a little bit, maybe give a shit, and then not have to waste all of this time all the time? And I know you're saying it's less and less, but it's still, if you didn't have them, you'd be like, holy fuck, look at all the free time I have.
It's like 45 minutes free time you'd have, but.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not a
you
lot.
say that, but there were in
Well,
one
you should
day
wanna
there were
correct the
3
issue to be
half-hour
healthy.
ones. That's an hour and a half of time of good awake work time or whatever.
It can't be
Well,
good
how
for
do
you.
we
Maybe you
know
need
that?
a new release.
How do we know
guy.
that subconsciously that wasn't good time and that all the other time is bullshit?
Because this is where you're trying to get out of actually figuring it out, and you're trying to just make it a
No,
joke.
that's not a joke, but I'm just asking.
You don't have
that
to play devil's
question.
advocate. We're trying to help you.
Yeah, you need some sort
Help
of
us
release.
help you.
And
Help
if it's
me
not
help
sex,
you.
it's something. You're
Yeah,
not
I don't-
craving anything. I mean,
no,
you're just numb.
He doesn't need a release. He needs a passion. He needs a raison
A
d'etre.
spark plug.
He needs a reason for living. He needs
you
his.
call
What's
it?
his why?
He's got to know
What I
his
need
why
to
is.
do
What's
is
your why?
move to
Yeah.
fucking Alaska. That's what I need to do.
That's not a why. What's your why?
That would be my why. That would give me something to do. My work
What's
would
that?
be to
He's-
get food.
But that's stupid.
That's it.
No,
yeah, that's
that's
not.
You're
fucking-
missing the point. It's
Yeah.
not to get down to one simple question. It's what is the reason that you do anything that you do? What
Why
is
do you
your
get up in the
why?
morning?
Yeah.
Why? Why
And
do you
don't
do
say
what you
because
do?
that's what
What's
I'm
it?
used to
Yeah.
doing. That's not
Well,
why.
There's got to be a reason. Otherwise,
Right now,
you
it's
just
just
quit.
to help people.
Okay, well then you work towards that and focus on that.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
no,
helped-
that's the
you know how
problem.
many
Is that's
people
all
I've
he's
helped?
doing is he's helping people. He's not focusing on himself. He needs to get selfish.
There you go.
No, I
You
don't
need
want
to-
anything for myself.
But you got to, guy. Come on, reward
Now
yourself.
who's the
dude.
fucking hippie?
Yeah, I know, right? Now you're worse because you're one of those people.
Yeah, now you're that
You're the
douchebag.
guy that wants to help everybody, but wants to make sure he tells everybody he doesn't want anything in return.
I've never said it until just now to admit it.
But it's not the way you don't say it like that. Your actions and you joke around dictate that that's what ends up happening because that's the way you want it. But you still
no,
won't just
that's
come out
the
and
way
say,
that it is.
I want to help people, but I don't want anything. You need to figure out how to help
No,
yourself.
that's
'Cause
literally
you
what
can't
I'm
help
doing.
people. How are you? No,
How are you
it's not.
helping
You're
yourself?
talking around
No,
me.
I'm
You're
not.
lowering
I'm
me.
not. I'm not helping
Yeah.
myself. I could care less about
But
myself.
that's the problem.
I'm
You
using
need to
my
figure out
time
why-
to better other people.
Yeah,
However,
that's not good enough, man. That's
and you
yeah.
also you do care about yourself because you're having something that's affecting you and changing your life, so it needs to be addressed so that you could go back to being yourself.
Yeah.
So why not do that instead of just walking through life like a zombie and just doing things for other people because that's what you remember to be a good thing to do? Try to fix yourself so that you could be more helpful to other people.
Yeah.
I'm good.
But you're not.
You're not,
You're
man.
having panic
Come on.
attacks.
Through-
Quit being a goddamn denial asshole.
No.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm not
are you gonna say?
denying anything. I'm actually advocating the fact that through the adversity, I do more in a fucking day than half of the people who are healthy. And
That's
don't.
not a valid comparison. How do you do compared to Tony before?
Yeah.
Just as much. Just as much.
In the same amount of time?
in the same amount
Bullshit.
of time. And the only difference
you were
now,
slacking before
the
then.
only difference now is that I'm just not charging for it.
And here's the deal: is that you know what the guy that built this room in January probably was a happier person because he was charging people for it. Guy, you need to be selfish.
No.
It doesn't helping being selfless all the time is great, but
It
you're not
is,
bloody
but-
fucking Mother Teresa, guy.
No,
You're
I don't
not-
need anything. I'm good.
Yes, you do, guy.
No,
you
I'm
need
good.
stuff,
For
guy.
example, a phone. You need
Yeah.
a
I don't
phone.
need that. You know how nice the last 3 days have been?
Yeah, bullshit.
No.
You've missed it in ways that you
Not
don't even know.
Hey, I didn't have a phone for 6 months, and I said the same thing, guy.
Not a single.
Then you got
know,
it back,
Yeah.
and you were like, "How did I live
You
without
would
this?"
think
Right.
you would think that I would have missed it, but no, really and literally 99.9% of every call was an annoyance.
Yeah, it's a hassle, guy. You don't do anything for you. You need to do something for yourself,
Right,
Tony.
right now,
You need to take yourself out on a
including
date,
your
bro.
The
calls.
bullshit. Mine were
Yeah.
entertaining, motherfucker.
This is he literally needs to take himself out on a date. You need to go out. You need to get dressed up. You need to look in the shower, make yourself pretty, go see a fucking
tried to
movie,
jack off in the
go buy
shower
a fucking
last,
toy at a
and I
grocery
started
store,
having a panic
go
attack.
home, fucking jack off, and go to sleep with fucking holding your new toy, and wake up tomorrow morning and be like, God damn, that was awesome. And then you're gonna have this different burst of energy and a perspective instead of being like, oh man, I can't wait to go ahead and help this guy today. I'm gonna go to work, and because that's what I mean. Come on, man. Like, you look like you ain't slept in fucking a week. If not longer
weirdly
than
enough,
that.
weirdly enough, I went home last night at 7:00. I finally got home, and I was up long enough to feed, water the dogs, let them out, passed out until I think it was 10 to 6 this morning, 10 after 6 this morning.
Bro, make yourself a metaphorical fucking bubble bath. That's what you need to do, and I guarantee you, your fucking panic attacks will stop.
I don't need a bubble bath.
Yeah, metaphorically, you do. Yes.
I'll be good. I'm good.
You can't argue. Some people are just too smart for their own good, man. You can't argue, right?
That's not him.
I'm not just saying some people, man.
No,
like
the issue here is not that he's too smart for his
No.
own good. It's that he
Just-
he just has to be stubborn for the sake of being stubborn.
No,
he's
I'm
he's
good.
he's a better Big Al than Big Al ever was.
I'm
that's
good.
not a good
I'm
thing,
good.
though.
It's better- exactly.
It's an awful thing, bro.
I agree.
What
Coming
I'm
from
saying
Big Al.
is if this is me at my worst,
No, you don't get to play that lame bullshit. That's I get to justify being the
I'm
way I am
good.
because it's not so bad compared to
no,
other
I'm
people.
good.
No,
I'm good.
You're supposed to be the best Tony you can be, and you're not.
And that's what I'm saying.
You're not.
At the Tony that I am right now is more sufficient than anybody ever is to me.
That doesn't matter. You're not
More
competing
than
with
sufficient.
everybody else. You're competing with yourself.
More than sufficient. I'm good.
Every other person has a different set of circumstances that you know nothing about, and they were raised differently. Between me and my siblings, it has to be. You literally can't be raised the same as another person.
And I'm good, is what I'm saying.
But you're
I'm
comparing
good.
yourself to other people. You're not good compared to Tony from 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that, is what I'm
But
saying.
that's a excuse. That's
No,
a cop out answer. It is. You're just going. I'm good with my diminishing health.
No,
That's
and
literally
it's not
what you're
even my
saying.
diminishing health.
It
It's
is.
not. It's if that's what happens.
Is it a
and-
physical thing?
Yeah, if that's what happens, and if that's what I have to deal with, and that's the worst that I have to
But
deal with,
it's not the worst. It's the beginning.
I'm good.
Yeah, that's. A
I will
cop-out.
admit that yesterday I almost did have a nervous breakdown. the panic attacks were
Explain
nothing.
that. What does that mean?
Oh, that was just a bunch of shit all at one time. And
What
I
shit?
felt-
It's all normal stuff. Remember?
yeah. No,
It's all every day.
It was a bunch of slightly extra stuff, and
Yeah?
I thought,
Nothing worth
today's the day.
discussing.
No, I was just dealing with other people's problems, but I dealt with instead of dealing with 5 problems in a day, I dealt with 150 problems in an hour, and I did feel like I was gonna pop.
And
Oh no, I thought maybe that you
is
said
that
it's
when I
going to-
called because you said you felt like you were going to have a breakdown?
Is that when you called?
I think so. You told me yesterday on the phone that you were.
Yeah, see, I don't even have a clue. I have my memory. I'm telling you, the memory's.
Yeah, who needs memory? Especially
It's
when you're
lost.
working on machinery that can really cause some damage.
If I'm
For
not,
now, you're okay.
If I'm not thinking about it directly, I can think about it. But if I'm thinking about it directly, I can't remember it.
Think about what?
Anything.
That's stupid.
You just asked me questions and I didn't remember it. But then when I stopped and I thought, I remembered the conversation.
That's a pretty abstract way to have to go through life. That's not how a brain is supposed to function. You know that, right? Like the brain is supposed to work and interpret things that are going on around you. You shouldn't
But
have
once
to
again,
recall
I
everything
am
that's going on in the
more
present.
than adequate.
But compared to what? You won't accept that you're not who you used to be. And don't give me that, oh, everybody evolves crap.
No, I'm not
saying
even
physically.
talking about the evolves crap. I 100% agree. And I agreed that I
Just
don't
because
give a
you
shit.
gave up on life doesn't mean you get to just go, meh, it's all good.
Yeah, well,
I'm fine.
I'm still contributing.
So what? You're not contributing what you could be.
But who does that affect in the long run?
Everybody that you could be contributing to.
No, I'm still contributing to them.
You're not. Not as
Just
much.
not myself.
Exactly. That doesn't make it okay. It could be anybody
I'm
on the list.
the only person affected in the equation.
Exactly.
So it's
So you're
alright.
acting like a martyr. That's a,
No.
that's a douche move.
I don't care. It doesn't
But you're
bother
having
me.
physical ailments that you're refusing
well,
to address.
good. Hopefully they physically ailment themselves fast.
What do you
So
mean?
it's a slow suicide is what you're after.
No.
He's given up on life, you see. So therefore he gets to just be complacent with everything. Nothing has to matter. He doesn't have to care about anything. You see it. You can see what's
Oh
going
yeah, he's
on.
numb, guy. I've been there.
Yeah.
I know what it's like, man. Shit.
I just think it's a
But-
cop out to not even acknowledge that that's what's going on.
It's
No,
not a
I
cop-out,
no, I
man.
totally
mean,
I totally admitted that after the whole life and death thing that I haven't been the same person. But even me as this person who went on a 3-month hoping to die binge at 150 plus miles an hour on my motorcycle has 10 times more regard for the human life than the guy sitting to my left.
Fair enough.
So I'm good.
But you're
I
not.
am
You're
good.
comparing yourself to Big L.
Yeah.
And
No.
we've already established literally that
I mean,
equation.
I'm
Wait a minute. Whoa,
outside,
whoa,
I'm
whoa.
good.
You are a better
doesn't
Big L than
matter.
Big L is.
Yeah.
We already knew that. You didn't have to give me
I mean,
an
if that's
example.
what you're after, guy, great,
No.
man. We'll get the ribbon for you
I
next
mean,
week.
we can
I'm
get
doing
you.
good.
You know how
I'm
low
doing
that
good.
bar is, guy?
I mean,
You're jumping over it. or
and
you're-
you say my regard for human life. Why?
You don't
because
want
I
him to.
didn't-
You don't want him to explain.
I
You don't
mean,
want to be on
lovely.
blast about
Yeah.
it.
No, he wants to. He's been waiting the whole time. He's
But-
over there.
but
He's
you-
like,
I'm telling you,
well,
you don't
I
want him
really
to say
wanna
it on the
how I
podcast.
feel. I'm just gonna drop, but I don't really. I mean, he
Yeah,
did
I'll
say
tell
it
you
on the-
later.
Nah.
But no, it's my disdain for life isn't for others.
It doesn't matter. You are not living your life to its fullest, and you're choosing that. That's all. You don't have to. You're just depriving yourself, and it's stupid.
What am I deprived of though right now?
A phone, for example.
And-
Security.
And that's I am more secure
Love.
than anybody you know.
No, I'm not. No, you're not.
I am
Absolutely not.
100% secure.
I'm not talking about in your belief in life, or belief in yourself, and that everything you think is absolutely the truth. I know that you believe that stuff.
Yeah, I'm 100% secure. I'm not
In your
missing
beliefs.
anything. I am not missing.
You're
anything.
literally missing your phone.
Yeah,
Literally.
absolutely.
Literally missing that. So don't say I'm not missing anything, because you are.
And you're not even understanding what I've cut out by missing the phone.
No, I understand that you don't have to deal with people that you were dealing with before. I understand
don't have
that.
to deal with anybody.
Exactly.
But who I choose to. Because by
could've
that
chosen
having
to with
that
the phone.
by having that contraption, I
Send
have
to voicemail. Send to voicemail.
by having the contraption, I don't have the choice. They have the choice.
I would say that you don't even have to have it physically on. So you can decline any call. You could ignore any text message. You could immediately delete
I'm
it.
accountable and responsible. I answer all my
But
calls.
now you're not. What you're doing now is you're having a cop
Somewhat
out
of
for
a
even
hiding,
that.
yeah.
You have a
No, I'm
cop
not
out for that.
hiding.
I don't have to answer the calls. I don't have to return your call. I don't have a phone. It's a cop out. It's going into a shell even further. And I don't think it's the direction that's going to get you out of your own head, which is where you seem to be residing.
I like it there.
I would disagree.
And
I bet it's a lonely place, man.
no.
No, I got dogs.
I know. Like,
No.
what?
I got dogs in a car.
Is there other voices that you're talking to keep you company?
Just myself.
Fair enough, man.
You're talking to yourself as opposed
Well, I always talk to myself. Who doesn't? I just admit it.
Occasionally I'll go, okay, so
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
what am I doing next? But that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else. I don't talk out
When
loud
I'm
with.
keeping myself on task or something. We all do it.
So how do you stay on task about getting your issues sorted?
I don't have any issues.
Yeah, what's wrong? Oh, what's wrong with your phone? It doesn't work, or
No, phone is done.
it's done. You don't have a phone
That's
anymore.
it. No phone.
No, he has a phone.
I physically own a phone.
Yeah, but he's not gonna have a contract. So
No. I've been out of a contract for years. I haven't had a contract.
So you're just not hooking it back up.
No.
It works, man. I did 6 months without a phone. It was great. I loved it until I got a phone.
You
again.
both. I love the way we're both pretending that it's a choice. That it was just a conscious decision. And you know what? I thought this through for a while. You know?
He's living at the island, bro.
Yeah.
He's
No,
literally
he's not.
living
He's
at the island.
beyond that.
Why? If you've gone off the island, I can't help you, man. I mean, even Luke goes crazy on the 9th planet. He was the best Jedi.
I wish I had a fucking island.
I don't know, maybe, man.
If it was a
Solitude's
lost
a lonely
island?
place.
I'd love even a lost
That
island.
would be awesome. Can we all just live on the Lost Island? Big Al.
Yeah. You want to get a plane ticket? $99 one way. So $200 round trip. Plus taxes, legal fees, all
It's an
that other
8-hour
stuff.
plane ride
Where?
to Hawaii.
Are you going in August?
No.
You're not going to Hawaii?
We're going to have a kid in less than a month.
It's insane. You're going to have 3 kids.
Yeah, I am going to have
It's
3
going to
children.
cost you $30 to eat at Arby's.
Why would I be feeding my baby Arby's?
I'm just saying, eventually she's going to eat Arby's, man.
How did that become the name of the episode?
Why am I naming my baby Arby's?
Why am I feeding my baby Arby's?
I don't know. Maybe
Could
she
you
wants
feed
curly
your
fries.
children meatloaf?
Yeah, but I've already done one named Meatloaf. Stop feeding your children meatloaf. I named one. Remember?
Well, I'm just telling you that's why you're feeding your baby Arby's.
Because I feed my 5 and 10-year-old meatloaf.
Yes.
That's not logic. You put it in a bottle for a
No,
baby.
That's absolutely logic.
There's no Arby's thing that you give to an infant. It
You
just
put it
doesn't
in
work
a
like
blender
that.
and make like a
The-
shake.
No,
thought
nobody
was-
would ever do that. There's literally nobody who would ever think to do that.
No, never.
The thought was that you don't care what they eat. Why would you care what it eats?
What do you mean I don't care what they eat? By
Give them
allowing
kid
them to
things.
have Arby's?
Give them kid things.
That would be letting them have Arby's.
Yeah, I was talking about the meatloaf.
What about the meatloaf?
Oh man,
They don't
this
have
is
to eat
so-
if they don't want
His
to.
meatloaf's actually not bad.
Yeah,
This is why I can't explain to you why I'm okay.
because
Do you have
don't
something
get-
against meatloaf?
Yeah.
In general, what do you have against meatloaf?
It's just not right, man.
What do you mean it's not right?
If you want
It's-
meat, have meat. Don't
put-
turn meat into something else, and then
What do you mean turning it into something else?
It's
I
Just
know
cooking-
who wants onions and stuff like that in it,
Yeah,
and garlic.
To throw it on your hamburger or put it on your steak.
It's just a baked hamburger.
It's ridiculous.
It's flavoring something in a
Yeah.
certain way, and
It's ridiculous. It's
Cooking
from the
it.
70s.
yeah, this is
like
is
the
how he never
50s.
gets anywhere with conversation because he never works with facts. It's all opinion. It all just
Isn't
everything
that
has
all
just
that,
become
once
opinion.
again, is that not all that matters?
No,
I'm good.
opinion
In
is
my
not
opinion,
what matters.
is all that matters to me.
If that's how
He's
you
got
feel.
a point. If he's good, he's good, man. I mean, there's nothing.
But
I
it's
mean,
okay, whatever. I mean, you're welcome to do whatever you want, guy. I was just trying to help.
What if I'm
you're still
enjoying-
having panic attacks and you're not enjoying those? So fuck you if you
Wait,
think that that's the
tell
case.
me we haven't enjoyed them.
I enjoyed the first one. The rest of them were contrived. Much like many of your arguments, they're contrived. It feels like you're putting on a show instead of just talking. You're a better Big Al than Big Al ever was.
That's what I don't understand because none of it's contrived.
fuck, dude, I have to go.
It doesn't feel
It's
contrived.
really 8:30. Jesus.
It is not contrived. 6:37, 37. That's 2 hours.
Yes, we did a long one.
That's what she said.
Girl, I've known you very well. I've seen you growing every day. I never really.
You know what I have to start doing? Mentioning at the beginning of the podcast to go to Amazon through our website. Go to comeuppance.com and click the Amazon link. It's the only way you can support this show. What we're going for next is HD quality here. Obviously, the setup's always in progress. In retrospect, I don't know that this is one of the better episodes. We'll see. I guess it just will have to play out, but
It sucked.
it probably did. I don't know.
Fucking therapy hour.
That's exactly what this was always meant to be. It was always meant to be weekly therapy.
Oh, well then you did it exactly perfect.
Exactly. See you later.
More than a moment to win. More than a woman. my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind. I'm still a secret lemonade drinker, drinker.